All right, here we go. Timpview set to kick it away. That is Luke Thornock, the senior.
One thing to keep an eye on is this Lone Peak kick return team. They have been impressive.
And the Knights will get it into the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, so the Knights will take over at their own 20-yard line, and the first time that we will see Kepa Niametolu at quarterback.
Lone Peak ball.
This big Lone Peak offensive line is really impressive and can get this running game going really fast, but they haven't needed to. They've thrown the ball so well to start the season. I'm curious to see what they do, but if I'm Coach Brockbank, I'm not shying away from taking a shot right out of the gate with the kind of players they have.
Kepa last year threw for 2,069 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Also ran for 435 yards and 11 touchdowns. And he is in the gun. He's got a back behind him, and he'll hand off. Going up the middle, I believe that is Tate Barney. Nope. Oh, wait, is that?
We are looking into the sun, folks.
Into the sun, so please bear with us.
Yeah,
number 4. Yep, that is Tate Barney.
Yeah, great movement up front by the offensive line. I love what this offense can do, right? They just are methodical, right? They can run, and then they'll hit you over the top really fast. It looked like they just ran a nice basic inside zone play and got, looks like 5 yards on the first play.
And they did. And so here's Kepa. He'll drop back. He'll throw it over the middle. He's got a man, and it's caught down at the 47-yard line. That is Thomas Herget.
Wow, great catch by Herget as he had to leap up there, snag that ball, and then take a shot from the safety. Great ball by Kepa, and even better catch by Herget. Great protection up front. Kepa had all day to make a throw. One thing I'm noticing, Trevor, is you aren't seeing Jaron Pula out there right now. You are only seeing Kennan.
Yeah, that is true, and Kennan is at the bottom of your screen. They're going to send Holmes in motion. Kepa, he'll hand off to Barney, and he'll truck his way up the middle, maybe get a yard, maybe that.
Yeah, great job by the Timpview defense there. One of the things that is you are a defensive line, especially in zone scheme, is being able to own your gap, right? Don't let them get you moved off your spot. And Timpview's defensive line did a great job. One of the things you'll see, and it looks like they're going to this early, is they're going to this 5-man front almost is what it looks like, where they're just trying to control every gap and almost look like they're trying to force them to pass.
And again, we're still not seeing Jaron Pula. He might not play tonight. We'll see, but it looks like a little bit of a jet sweep action here by number 14.
Ball's on the ground.
The ball's on the ground. Who's got it? Timpview thinks they have it, and they have it. It's the turnover. Fumble recovery by number 10. That is Taimani Tella.
Wow. Huge change of events there for Timpview, right? Lone Peak does a great job at stretching the field. They get to their lanes, and they open up multiple for their runner. And all of a sudden, just as he's about to hit the ground, Timpview pops that ball out, and they get on the ball. Huge change of events here to start this game, and can be a really, really big confidence booster as we start here.
And then at quarterback, it actually switches from here and there. Dennis Tuaone is the quarterback, but he'll also move out to wide receiver when Engelman will come in at quarterback. But right now it's Tuaone, and he's in the gun. He's got a back behind him. And trips up to the top of your screen. They'll hand off. That is, and he stopped in his tracks. That's Hunter Hopewate.
This Lone Peak defense, like we said, they're so aggressive, they're so fast, right? They go with the zone read play, and they do a great job at just sitting on that mesh. For you folks at home, that mesh point is just where the quarterback's trying to decide if he's going to give the ball or keep it. And, Lone Peak does a great job at just attacking the mesh, making it so there's nowhere for the running back to go.
So they give him a no gain on that. They're at their own 42-yard line. Tuaone, same formation, trips up to the top. Single down. He'll keep it. He'll come around the edge. Almost tripped up to the 40, to the 45, to the 50. Out to the races before he's tripped up by number 9. Number 8. Oh, wait, no. Number 9, I was right. That is Tony Grimmer, the linebacker.
Tuaone does a great job at just making a play on his own, right? He pulls the ball. Lone Peak was there. He makes a jump cut outside, and he gets a good little block from his slot receiver, and all of a sudden he's out to the edge, and he's off to the races.
So now it's a first down for Timpview, trying to get their first win of the season. Brutal schedule to start out against West, who's one of the 5A favorites. and then played American Fork last week. Tua One, he'll throw it into no man's land. Three defenders there. It was intended for number 11, Still Richards.
Really good pass pro by the offensive line there for Tua One. The hard part is, right, as a young quarterback, that internal clock starts to tick really, really fast. He had a few more seconds to sit there, step into it. But, you know, as a young kid, you got to get rid of the ball in safe places. That was a really dangerous throw.
Trips to the bottom of your screen is Tua One. He'll hand off to Hopewate, and he'll maybe get a yard on that first down or on that second down.
Yeah, they go with the counter trade play there. What you're going to see is the guard and tackle pulling from the backside, and number 0, Tag Zundel, just comes screaming off the backside, knows exactly what his read keys are, makes a great play on the running back in the backfield.
Now bring it up. 3rd and 9 at the 42-yard line in Lone Peak territory. Here's Tua One. Play action. He'll throw it, and it's caught by Still Richards, and that will be a first down. Great throw by Tua One.
Great pitch and catch there, right? I love this play call. It's just get the ball to the sticks, get your guy open. Great pass pro up front. I was taking a look at Big Ian Aliasio up there on the top at left tackle, and just phenomenal pass protection across the board. Allows Tua One to just step right into his throw and convert for the first down.
8:30 to go here in the first quarter. Still scoreless. Timpview trying to convert off of a fumble recovery by Lone Peak. And now here is, looks like number 33. That's Ta'ani Tua.
I'm not here to. Was it number
33?
Yeah. Holy cow! They had the number 50 got up, and I sat there for a second. I was like, "Goodness, did he just run the ball?" But great job up front by the O-line.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I noticed and I really like out of this is they go to this I formation or this offset I, which hits the ground game faster, which doesn't allow Lone Peak's defensive line to make as much wreak as much havoc.
And now here's in the pistol is Tua One. Dennis, he'll drop back, he'll look, and his wide receiver that he was throwing to was a little bit of blocking and ends up throwing a punch, and I believe the flag's going to be on him. That's number 26, Braxton Wilkerson.
Yeah, kind of interesting there to watch that whole situation go down there. A little bit of a bait there by the DB.
It was actually meant that pass was supposed to go to Wilkerson, but then he was still in a little bit of a hand fight with the defensive back.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication on what the play may have been, as Wilkerson looked like he thought he was supposed to be blocking for a swing play, and Tua One thought he was supposed to be hitting him on the hitch.
And so that will back up the Thunderbirds. That is a penalty killer as you're starting to drive down the field and gaining a lot of momentum.
Yeah, Lone Peak's a team you can't beat yourself against, right? Like, they're too good for you to go out and do little things that are going to hurt you. You've had a great first drive. You're 3rd and 6, and now you're sitting at 3rd and 20, 3rd and a lot. I can't count.
3rd and 23, apparently.
Yeah, that's a long ways, guys.
They actually say 22, but either way. 3rd and 22 for Tua One. His fullback shifts over, and it looks like we have a timeout. We do, by Timpview.
Timeout called.
And we will take it with them. Back after this here on KSL Sports Rewind.
Ladies and gentlemen, a word from our sponsors tonight.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Welcome back to Timpview High School.
We also have
for some Lone Peak football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Kessler Allaire. For a range of reasons, call Kessler Allaire Insurance Services. And by National Auto Plaza, where you can find the best deals on best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. Trevor Allen, Braden Peterson here with you. It is 3rd down and 22 for Timpview after an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Trevor, real quick, we have cloud cover.
We do. This is nice.
Thank the big man above.
I think we're going to be able to actually see players now. To One in play action. He'll go up into the pocket. Now he's going to tuck and run to the 40. To the 35, and he's down out of bounds at about, they're going to mark him at the 31, it looks like.
We've got a penalty flag around the 22-yard line, right in the middle of the field.
We'll see what happens there, but it's going to set up still a long 4th down if the penalty.
So 2 things I didn't expect to notice here, and that I've been really impressed with on this first drive. Timpview's offensive line looks really composed. And Tua One has done a really good job at sitting in that pocket. He trusts that offensive line.
And then also coming up into the pocket
yes.
as soon as the edge rushers come around.
Absolutely. No, he's sitting in it really well.
We're seeing what the penalty is here.
We're seeing hands point all over the place.
Oh, the white hat's coming back now. Now here's the call. And it's hard to see because his back's facing us, but it is on the Knights. Oh, it looks like holding.
defensive holding is called on the play. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. We'll replay 3rd down.
So it's still 3rd down, and it just
yeah, I mean, it gives you another play at the down, right? And
3rd and 17.
It's a much. I mean, much improved is probably a little dramatic, but it's a good improvement.
Yep, didn't have.
That's exactly right. And you get another chance at 3rd down. Here's the deal: if you can get to 4th and 5 here, I think you're going for it. At least I am.
I would, because you really, if you have any opportunity to score some points against this Knights team, I'd take it.
Yeah,
you can't leave points on the board.
Yeah, you have to.
So I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, it looks like there seems to be some
Coach
confusion.
Brockbank is out on the field. He's at the 35-yard line.
It looks like
He looks like he's kind of lining up to be a defensive back.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's about. I don't know Coach Brockbank personally, but he's about that size. He looks like he could do some damage at DB.
And now he's getting he's having a little chat with the lines judge. It looks like.
Looks like they. Is there confusion on if it's a spot foul or because that was where they're about to place this ball is a lot more than 5 yards. It might be.
It actually could be at the end of the run. Yeah, you're right.
Which
Josh
now
Dodge on the camera. He's also our spotter.
Spotter, rule specialist.
Fellow volunteer.
Yeah.
Literally, Tennessee, right? Yep, he is a Tennessee guy. Who do they open up against?
After the penalty, to be
He doesn't
3rd
know.
and 1.
He's a halfway volunteer guy.
Probably like an FCS team. That's probably why.
Nico left, and so did his fandom.
Hey,
That's exactly right.
Hey, the youths are going to see Nico tomorrow night.
They will. I hope they see a lot of him in the backfield on the ground. But that is besides the point.
I do want to ask you a question here after this play, so be ready to go, Braden.
That's a little daunting.
Just be ready. You never know. And handoff is there for a loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
I want to go back to this because I think it's really important. You saw with the run out of that I want to say it was 21 personnel, that offset eye. They were able to hit the hole so fast. Lone Peak's defensive line didn't have any threat. When they're in the gun, it's making it a lot harder. Looks like they got a lot of faith in the kicker here.
Yeah, it'll be a 38-yard field goal.
In to attempt the
Is Luke Thornock.
field goal.
And I'll still get to that question after this field goal. And the kick is up. And it is good. So put 3 on the board for the Thunderbirds. 38-yard field goal for Timpview.
Yeah, great first drive. Way to get points. You took advantage of the sudden change, right? Like that's big if you're Timpview. And you need all the confidence builds you can get against a team like Lone Peak.
So the burning question I want to ask you.
Yes, shoot away.
So as about 2 months ago, big news coming out of Timpview, Donnie Otsawaya, the head coach, steps down.
Yeah.
And bring in Travis Uwale. In a matter of 2 months, he's having to completely take over the program with this daunting schedule they have, on top of losing key players like the Pula twins and Aisanaliai, among others. How hard is it? How hard of a spot is Travis Uwale in right now?
Impossible is not the right word, but it's darn near, right? The great thing is he's got buy-in. You can tell these boys are bought into what he's doing. But it's a hard situation. 2 months to build a culture and build a program is just not enough time. And if he can get guys out there consistently competing and fighting, that's culture. And if you can build your culture, you can build a program long term.
Not only that, they had to face 2 top 10 programs to start the season on the road as the kick goes into the back of the end zone.
Also,
kick goes into the end zone.
Timpview's kicker,
their drive at their own 20.
Luke Dornock, he's keeping this Lone Peak offense at bay. Against Orem, they had multiple starts past the 30-yard line and almost into the 40-50 territory, which is a huge advantage for this team. So being able to keep them at bay and make them go the length of the field is huge.
And Braden, I am not seeing Jaron Pula once again, so I'm guessing he probably is out tonight.
Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting as well.
And it looks like wardrobe malfunction. The wardrobe police are out. Number 10's got to come off the field, even though he's already made a couple of plays.
Yeah, just a couple. Just a couple.
I think
he had a fumble recovery. Yeah, just a couple big ones.
And now he's having to go off for wardrobe malfunction. Play action here for Kepa. Throwing a deep ball. He's got Kenan Pula, and it's caught at the 40, and he's down at the 35. He had to come back for it, but still was able to. Just a really good catch and run there for Kenan Pula.
Coach Trowbridge, Coach Brockbank.
1st and 10 for Lone Peak.
They know exactly what they're doing. You see a backup DB come onto the field against one of the top wide receivers in the country and one of the top in the state, you go over the top immediately. And they ran a quick, double move there, a little slant and go, and Kenan Pula was wide open.
Here's Kepa once again. He'll hand off. I believe that is Isaac Fanua, number 26. That is Isaac Fanua, the senior.
Yeah, number 20, Cooper Gleason was in the backfield doing a really good job at trying to keep that run contained. They were able to squeak it out there and get those 4 or 5 yards, but Gleason did a great job at really squeezing that down, keeping it inside.
So it brings up second down. See where they spot it. Trying to go off the scoreboard, and they're not keeping up with it, which is fine as we hit the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Here's Kepa. He'll drop back. He'll throw it out to, it looks like it's tight end, and he didn't look thinking that Kepa was going to throw it to him. That is number 88.
Yeah, Kepa didn't really have any time. The Lone Peak offensive line was outmanned there. They had 6 guys coming from Timpview. They were running a cross-dog blitz on the inside and just brought the absolute heat, and there was no time for Kepa to get set. Big third down here for Timpview.
This is also Timpview's first third down of the game. They didn't face one until just now because they were humming until that fumble. Here's Kepa. Here on 3rd and 4, got a man, overthrows and almost picked off. That was Wilkerson, and it was intended. Number 29, Thomas Herget, was the intended receiver, and that'll bring out, I'm guessing, the field goal unit.
Yeah, Trevor, you mentioned this pregame that you wondered if there would be a little bit of miscommunication, a few things like that. You're seeing a little bit of that. I didn't think there would. I thought that it would be pretty clean for them. Little bit of early struggles on timing and kind of knowing where guys need to be at. But this Lone Peak kicker has a good leg.
And the field goal attempt here. That is a 44-yard field goal, and it is good. What a kick there by number, trying to catch his number as he's coming over the side. 28, Jake Barker. 44-yard field goal to tie the game here at 3. We'll go ahead and take a break. Back after this here on KSLSports.com. Welcome back. 4:41 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 3 after a 44-yard field goal by Jake Barker to put Lone Peak on the board.
Trevor, I think you have to be thrilled if you're Timpview with this first quarter so far.
Yeah, you do.
Right? You have a long, sustained drive after a sudden change turnover on the fumble. You get a great field goal. You hold Lone Peak to a field goal after a deep pass. I'd be thrilled if I'm Timpview right now.
And the kick goes into the end zone. That's a touchback. So Timpview will come back out on offense starting at their own 20.
Kick is through the end zone.
You know, I really want to see Timpview, one, continue to be confident in themselves. Their offensive line has looked really good. If I'm Lone Peak, I'm bringing the pressure. I want to test this young quarterback, and I want to test this offensive line. They really didn't test him the first drive. It was almost like it was a scripted set of downs where they just were going to run what they run to see what Timpview is going to do against them. And if I'm Coach Brockbank and Coach Denny, I'm starting to bring the heat and make this young kid play.
By the way, we have stats tonight, Braden.
Ooh,
can you believe that?
Do we really?
So right now, Timpview has 42 yards of total offense, 38 of them coming from Tua One.
That's fair.
On first down.
Yeah. Okay, so they went to that 21 personnel again, like we kind of talked about earlier. But there's a kid. He's number 9 for Lone Peak. His name's Tony Grimmer, and he came in and shut that down really, really fast.
Tony Grimmer is a very good linebacker. You've heard Moose Bingham the last 2 weeks really rave about this kid. The Grim Reaper is what he calls him.
Yeah, he's physical as all get out. He comes flying downhill right there to make the play. But I do like them going to this 21.
2nd and 8 at their own 22. Hands off to Hopewate once again, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Excuse me, it's 20 personnel, just 2 backs, no tight end. The biggest thing here, though, is if I'm Timpview, I don't want to major in this. I want to minor in it, right? And right now you see 2 plays right out of the gate, and now you're behind the sticks at a 3rd and 7. I would like to see them throw the ball a little bit sooner. And for the reason being is their offensive line has done a great job protection, and Tua One's got great feet as well. Yeah. So make Lone Peak push him out of the pocket.
And he's got 2 wide at the top and the bottom of your screen. There's Tua One, sends a man in motion. He'll throw it, and it just right out of the hands of Still Richards. It's an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Just a little bit behind it, but that's a ball you got to bring in there, right? Tua One trusts the O-line. Lone Peak is trusting their DBs and what they can get with 3 men pressuring up front, and they drop 8 there. Tua One does a great job at finding his open man there, just puts it a little bit behind him. It's a tough catch for Steele Richards, but that's a ball you got to get there to keep the chains moving.
Now, punter will come out. That is, trying to get his number.
Looks like number 1.
Oh, Hopewate could do it all. Running back and punter, and that's not a bad punt as it goes out of bounds. It got a favorable bounce at about the 33-yard line.
That's a great flip of the field there.
The 33-yard line.
I think one of the things you have to be positive here about is that your defense has looked pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
It's okay if you have a bend don't break mentality here. You get beat over the top, and then all of a sudden you just anchor in. You go, no, we're not going to let you get any more. We'll knuckle down and we'll make plays.
And now here comes the offense once again. Thing also that you gotta think about is the Knights next week. They're going down to Bishop Gorman.
Yeah, it's a big one.
They could look ahead.
Yep.
You hope that they don't though.
Pressure off the edge.
Play action, and he gets out of the rush, and he throws it. He's got his tight end, Cameron Ray, and it goes just a hair over his hands, and it's incomplete, but a solid attempt there for that rush and that blitz that they had coming.
Malachi Lisa comes flying off the edge from his nickel corner spot, and just about has Keppa. Keppa's able to spin out and at least get the ball out of his hands and live to not lose any yards there, but he came cruising off his nickel corner spot in for the pressure.
And that was right off of Kepa's blind spot, too. And the fact he was able to still pick that up and get out of it.
Yeah, it was really impressive.
Shows his athleticism. Here is Kepa. And he's going to keep it on the quarterback on the read option. He'll get to the 40, and he'll dive down at about the 42, and a little extra push after, but
quarterback keeper on the read option out to the left.
This is where Kepa is really special, right? He's got great feet. You saw it in the state championship game last year. You saw it all season for them last year. He just can move, and it's a great read play right there. Looks like they mark him a good yard and a half short. This is 4-down territory if I'm Lone Peak.
You kind of got to make that statement, and you have the offense to do it.
Yep.
We've also got the offensive line who has added Botmuli-Talu, moving on both sides now. And they hand it off to Tate Barney, and he'll get the first down, and then some. He gets to the 50, down to the 45-yard line in Timpview territory, and a first down.
I mean, you have a massive block by big number 65, Tate Johnson, just absolutely annihilating a man. And then you got Tate Barney just bouncing around like a pinball in the backfield. All of a sudden finds a crease and takes off for a nice 10, 15-yard gain and moves the sticks for this Lone Peak offense.
So first down in Timpview territory now at the 45-yard line. Here's Kepa. He'll hand off to Barney once again. He finds the hole. He gets up to the 40 and then down to about the 37-yard line. A good run right there. Probably about a gain of 8 for Tate Barney.
Yeah, one of the things you're seeing out of this Lone Peak offense right now is that they're realizing, hey, we may need to get kind of our timing all going, settle him in a little bit. And so what do? They go to what Lone Peak does best. They run the rock. And don't be shocked if you get play action here and a shot over the top with the short sticks.
So 2nd and 2 for Lone Peak. Play action out to, is that Ledger Holmes? We'll find out shortly enough. Yep, that is Ledger Holmes.
Yeah, right there went with the RPO. Great quick play action there. Essentially hits him right over the top on that little slant route, and moves the chains once again. I like those throws. Those are rhythm throws. Those are plays to get your quarterback some confidence.
Now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line in Timpview territory is Kepa in the offense. He'll drop back. He's looking. He'll fire it deep. He's got a man, but overthrows Ledger Holmes once again. That goes way out of bounds, but
yeah.
Was there laundry out? Nope.
No, just a lot of whistles. A lot of whistles. You saw the arm strength of Kepa right there. Didn't realize he had a man kind of streaking down the side. Great eyes, just overthrew him a little bit under pressure. But the Timpview defense, here we are, just outside the 30, keeping them out of the red zone. And this is where they've really tightened down over the past 2 drives here.
2nd and 10. Kepa, read option once again. He's going to keep it. He'll get to the 30, cuts to the outside, and there's a flag. Guessing it's going to be coming back as Kepa is hit out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. You're in the slot. Your quarterback keeps coming outside. You just got to keep running your feet. Once you feel him outside your shoulder, that's where you just got to let go. And that's a tough thing to do. But you realize, like, as you get older and older and you play the game longer and longer, if you can't run your feet to stay up with him, just let him go, right? Let him go. Live for no penalty, right? It's better than losing the 10 yards.
Which that will back up Lone Peak.
Holding called on the offense. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It's also a great job by the DB there to know kind of the situation and keep working through the hold, but also kind of a little bit of showmanship there. He was showing it.
Yes, he was. So now at the 41-yard line, 2nd and 20. Kepa, empty backfield. He'll go over to the pocket. He throws over the middle. He's got a man. That's Seth Woolley, number 14, and he is tackled, and it looks like a late hit as well. This is somewhat of a rivalry game. I mean, these teams have played a lot over the last few years, and it's starting to get chippy. But Seth Woolley getting to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's a great play by Kepa. He evades the rush, steps up, gets smoked, throws a great ball to Seth Woolley, and then immediately after, as an offensive lineman, I understand his thought process.
He just wanted to give him
You're
a hug.
just a protector, right?
But
in those moments, it's so hard to differentiate, hey, protect. But you got to realize the bigger play here. You're 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and 4, and you have a penalty coming. You got to hold back there. It's not your job to protect after the whistle. It's your job to protect between the whistles.
Exactly.
Easier said than done, though, Trevor.
It really is. I mean, you are taught as an offensive lineman, protect your quarterback.
You are. No, and that's a hard thing, but every coach will preach it. You got to do it between the whistles because it kills big plays, it kills big opportunities.
During the play, personal foul is called on Timpview. After the play was over,
It was on Lone Peak.
the personal foul called against Lone
No, they had it. They had one before during the play
Oh, okay.
on Kepa, and that's what caused.
Offsetting
Yep.
penalties? Okay.
Well, actually, because one's before and one's after, I do think what will happen is that it'll be 15 forward. I could be wrong. 15 forward, and then 15 back.
So wouldn't that just be offsetting?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so they have to walk 15 yards up and then walk 15 yards back and then place the ball at the
It's a
41.
I like how Josh said it. It was a ceremonial 30-yard walk. It was.
Ceremonial. I like that, Josh.
So after all the penalties, it'll be 2nd down.
The umpire's getting his steps in. Let's put it that way.
Hey, we all got to get them in too, you know.
I got mine in today. Kind of.
I still got to get mine in. I was in the car too much today. Here's Kepa. Play action. He'll look down the field. He's going for Kenan Pula, and it's picked off by guess who? Dennis Tuaone. The quarterback and wide receiver picks it off in the end zone. It's a touchback for Timpview.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me, sorry, folks. The biggest thing I've seen today and the most impressive thing has been this Timpview defensive line. They've been in Kepa's face all night to start the game, and there they were again in his face. Kepa tries to take a shot down the field, and the quarterback, the young gun, Dennis Tuaone, comes flying across the field, snags that ball. I just got to say, make sure you're in the end zone when you pick it off and then run it out of the back of the end zone for me, because
You don't want to kill him.
yeah, we don't want any of those unfortunate events. Luckily, there's no replay, and well, unless Josh is really special, but no replay.
Josh
And,
is special, but we don't have instant replay.
Yeah, so looks like we have a quarterback change right now too, Trevor.
Yep. Cole Ingeman's going to come in, which means Tuaone is probably lining up as a wide receiver. Now they pitch it out to, that's 33. That is Ta'ani Tua.
Yeah, and then you see Toa Tanavasa come flying down from his safety position, absolutely levels the running back there from his safety spot. Does a great job at crashing off that pitch to eliminate and actually get him for a loss there.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up at 3. Back with the second quarter after this here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back to Timpview High School. Start of the second quarter coming up here. Trevor Allen, Braden Peterson, and Braden. Here's the interesting thing. First of all, we do have stats tonight. It's not going to be every night, but it's amazing. I do have connections.
Yeah, no, this is nice.
Total yards for Lone Peak, 122 yards. 44 for Timpview. 73 passing yards for Lone Peak, 12 for Timpview. 49 rushing yards for Lone Peak, 32 for Timpview, and we're tied at 3. Make it make sense, Brady.
So penalties, turnovers have been two of the big stories of the game so far. And then Timpview's defense has played bend, don't break, right? They have given up big plays. We've seen multiple of them. But all of a sudden, as soon as they get inside that 40-yard line, their own 40, they all of a sudden, bow their backs and they anchor those feet in. And, for my dad being a Tar Heel fan, they dig those heels in and they play some great great defense right inside the 40 there.
For Kepa in his first start this season, he's 3 for 8 for 73 yards and an interception. There is a fumble as well that they had on their first drive. And then rushing, you've got Kepa with two carries for 10 yards, and then Tate Barney, 4 carries for 28 for Lone Peak.
Still got Tuaone out right now. He's down at the bottom side of our screen right now at the wide receiver spot, like you said.
Moving out. So Cole Ingeman, the senior transfer from Orem. So I guess you could say Orem did a trade.
Yeah.
Maybe there were some draft picks, cash considerations involved.
No comment. Pleading the fifth.
I know where you want to go.
I'm not going anywhere.
And I'm glad you were not commenting. Here is Ingeman. He's got a back behind him. And the ball is loose on the ground. Ingeman's going after it. The running back exchange was not there, but Lone Peak comes up with it. It's a turnover, and the Knights will take over just on the inside of the red zone.
Turnovers and penalties, right? We've said they're the name of the game. One of the hard things about rotating quarterbacks is you just don't get the same amount of reps. You don't get that same amount of rhythm, right? Big play for Lone Peak there to get the ball in the red zone right out of the gate. Honestly, looking at that mesh point, it just looked like there was zero decisiveness. They couldn't really decide if he wanted to give or take, and then all of a sudden the ball's on the floor.
So they will take over at the 16-yard line is Lone Peak. With Kepa in the backfield, he's got a back to his left. And he'll fake pitch it, he'll keep it. Now he'll get up to the 15. He'll take a couple of hits, and he's down at the 15-yard line.
Timpview did a great job at stopping that at the point of attack and making him bounce that outside, and they showed great lateral speed there to go from side to side there. Duncan Strong came flying out of his linebacker spot, and so did Lincoln Harito flying down from his. Yeah, he was kind of playing that DB spot there. Makes a great play, and they're able to stop him for a no gain there. Again, this defense, they get really tough inside the red zone.
2nd and 9 now, so Kepa gaining 1 yard. As Barney goes out in motion, now he'll drop back, he'll fire. He's got Woolley. He gets to near the 5-yard line, probably mark him down at the 6, and they will. And that'll be a gain of 9 and a first down for Lone Peak.
I really like this play call here for Lone Peak, right? It's a quick hitting out route right to the sideline. It's a safe throw for Kepa, and he makes an absolute perfect throw down that sideline to Woolley. These quick
first and goal. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say these quick throws are really important with how well Timpview's defensive line's playing.
Now they'll hand it off to number 1 and going into the end zone. There he is. Touchdown. Sean Tahi making his debut. He's missed the last 2 weeks as well. Sean Tahi finds the end zone here in the second quarter.
It's a big sudden change, right? Great job by Lone Peak to get right downhill. They go to their big man, Sean Tahi, and he just carries 3 defenders into the end zone. Great response for Lone Peak, and they're able to get a touchdown on the board, the first of the night for us.
So Sean Tahi seeing some action here in week number 3. Can't believe we're already 3 weeks into the season, and college football starts here in the state tomorrow. I know we had week 0 last week. We had games yesterday.
We got games tonight.
Yeah, we got games tonight. Auburn leads Baylor right now at the half.
Point is good.
Yeah, and then
the PAT is good.
I want to say Georgia Tech's got Colorado 13-10 as well right now.
First half, the score.
Oh, Coach Prime.
10, Timpview 3.
I'm a Coach Prime guy. I really am.
Too. Hey, why not?
I don't mind him. He is who he is, and he stays true to it. He's tough as nails. Like, you think about the things he's gone through, tough as nails.
Hey, how about Boise State getting steamrolled by South Florida last night?
Yeah, that was a rough one. I'm shocked, but I think it's Byram Brown, right? Is that their quarterback, Byram?
Yeah, I believe so.
If I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
Good gravy. He's a tank to take down. He just ran through the Boise State defense last night.
Well, we can at least keep tabs on the Auburn-Baylor game because Josh, our cameraman, has it on his phone. And he's got it right here in front of me, so I can at least check on the score. Obviously, I want to watch this game.
We've got a better game in front of us. So, folks, stay with us. Josh will tell us to tell you what the score is of any other game. and you can stay here with us because it's more fun.
It is.
Yeah.
And with 10:55 to go, the Knights now have a 10-3 lead.
And I don't know if Josh can get this, but it is a beautiful view out over the west side of the state right now.
It really is. As the kickoff, it'll be just short. Oh, it hits right to the end line. And his foot was out of bounds, but he gets tackled at about the 21-yard line, and there's a flag down.
By number 26, Braxton Wilkerson.
I don't know how he got to return that unless they're allowed to return it with 1 foot in.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we do have coaches up here for Lone Peak.
Yeah.
Well. By the way, check out the view right here.
Yeah, look at Josh, man.
Picturesque.
We got the best camera guy in the state.
We do. Josh was bringing in the views last week when we were at Springville.
I know. Springville was beautiful too, but this is, I mean, I'm a little partial to this mountain range over here on the west side.
Yep, got to be a west side guy. As Tuaone's back in at quarterback. Here for Timpview.
And the Grim Reaper is back to just bury him in the backfield. Oh, for a gain of 1. It's almost the backfield. Almost.
Close enough.
Yeah, absolutely flying up. Here's the question, Trevor.
All right.
Between me and Moose.
Okay.
Moose is a little bit squirrelier in the voice.
Yeah.
I think I'm funnier.
I will.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it.
I've actually called a game with Moose Bingham. A really good analyst.
I love Moose.
Well, but yeah, you definitely are funnier. As it goes out on the screen to number 18 for Timpview, and that is David Fanua.
Okay, so when I was coaching back east, I coached an offensive line for a small university back east, and we had a thing called the Knights Royal Guard. That was our offensive line. That's what we were called. We call ourselves the KRG.
Oh, KRG.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, not to be confused with another.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know
the other
exactly
group.
yeah,
but they were the Knights Royal Guard. Go look it up. But good heaven, this Lone Peak Knights, they are the Knights Royal Guard, man. They fly around and take care of business all over the field.
Now it's 3rd and 9, big third down here. As Tuaone is going to roll to his right. He'll fire, and he's got a man out of bounds. He's marked.
Pass complete to number 11,
and that is still Richards. And that will be a first down.
I love the play call by Coach Tuaone there. Get your quarterback out on the run, get him space, and I'm impressed with the sophomore.
Yeah,
throws a pretty ball. He's young. They're going to be able to continue to teach him and help him develop. He's going to be a very, very good quarterback over the next couple years.
And he has a veteran presence with Cole Ingeman being a senior.
Absolutely.
Transferring in from Orem. As Tuaone will hand off. I believe that's Hopewate. And it is. And he'll gain maybe a yard.
And this is going to be the hardest thing, right? Like, you watch the film on this Lone Peak defense, they are everywhere. And they are so physical. And it's been Coach Brockbank's DNA and Coach Denny's DNA from the beginning of their time here. They're just physical.
So trips to the bottom of the screen here for Tuaone on 2nd and 9 at their own 37-yard line with 8:20 to go here in the second quarter. Tuaone goes up in the pocket. He fires. Almost picked off. Wow. Just coming out of nowhere. That was intended for Hopewate. But number 8, Arami Kaili.
You know, I've given a lot of credit to this Timpview offensive line that's been really impressive tonight. But right there you see Dennis Tuaone having to fly out of the pocket because his left guard oversets, gets beat on an inside move, and they were screaming into his face. He's not able to get his eyes up to see the safety and almost throws a pick and turns the ball over, but they live to see another down here.
3rd and 9 once again for Timpview. Now he'll roll to his left. It's Tuaone trying to find a man. He's going to fire it deep. He's got Wilkerson. And I think a pass interference right there. It's incomplete. There was some contact there. Just depends on who it was on. There was some hand fighting there.
There was. And honestly, like,
is that kind of a
I think you don't throw that one. I really don't. Like, they have a tough job, right? Like, and I'm not trying to be critical. I don't think you throw that one there. There's a lot of pushing. That ball wasn't really catchable. If Wilkerson had to fight back through the DB, right, because it's underthrown and he can't get to the ball because of them, okay, I'm okay with that throwing that penalty. Whereas it wasn't really fighting through them. It was an off-thrown ball. I think that can stay in your pocket. But there was contact, letter of the law, spirit of the law. You make the decision. Yeah. The strength from Tuone, by the way, to run to his left, flip the hips, jumping, and launch that ball 40 yards was impressive.
Definitely. So it brings up a first down in Lone Peak territory at the 48-yard line. Tuone, he'll hand off to Hopewate. He'll get up to the 45-yard line, and he is down there, and that'll be a gain of 3.
Who do you think it was, Trevor?
3 on the handoff, number 1.
Yeah, it was the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper.
Good gravy. He buried him 6 feet under.
He did.
Like, quite literally, knees, squeeze, drove him into the ground. Grimmer is physical. Now, what I do like is that Timpview went to kind of a little bit quicker hitting run out of that spread to kind of spread out the defense. They ran away from the twist game that they were running on the low side of the field here, the low side of the screen. We're able to get 3 yards. It's not a bad first down.
2nd and 7 now for Tuone. He'll hand it off to Tuha, and he will get to the 40-yard line where he's marked down. So a gain of 5 on 2nd down brings up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, I like this. It's almost like they're running a false trap where they're running a long trap, and then he hit it right behind on the backside of actually where they were trapping to, and it just opened up like a huge crease on the backside for Hopewate to come screaming through. I really like the play call there. I like that they're trying to spread out this defense so that they can just kind of create quick lanes to hit.
So now 3rd and 2 at the 40. Tuone, and he drops it, but then he picks it back up, and now he is leveled by 2 Lone Peak Knights. And guess who's one of them?
Grimmer, and Caleb Hoyle. They absolutely came in and crushed Tuone. The biggest thing that you're seeing from Timpview, right, and we've talked about this probably all season, right, but you can't beat yourself against teams like Lone Peak, right? Last drive, it was the fumble. You know, this drive, again, a quick fumble in the backfield. Now you're 4th and 9, and you're living behind the sticks.
And he gets a new play.
Mighty close.
That's very close to. Oh, and Tuone's going to do a little pooch kick, and does it? And it looks like they're going to mark him down at the. That's like the 1 inch.
By number 26.
Yeah.
And Lone Peak is livid.
We've got.
Wondering what's going on here.
Yeah.
We've got whistles. You've got laundry flying. With 5:54 to go here in the first half.
Wilkerson was screaming down the field.
Yeah, he got to that ball quick.
Do they have to settle their feet in bounds?
Because he kind of did like a slide to home base.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like a center fielder.
Yeah.
Kind of catching a ball on the slide. It looks like they're good, and they're going to mark this down at the 2.
Yeah, they will.
That's a huge play, Trevor.
A big,
that's massive.
Especially on 3rd and 2, you basically are, you actually have a hard time keeping a hold of the ball, still able to keep it, but then you lose about 7 yards, and then end up showing a look, try to get him to jump, and then pooch kick.
Yeah, it's a great play by Wilkerson and a good punt by Tuone.
That's why more Utahns choose.
Lone Peak Football is brought to you by PKJ Design Group, landscape architects and planners, quality, innovative, and environmental design, and by Reef Capital, expect the best. Now, with college football starting tomorrow, I do got to ask, while we do have a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
The first game I want to ask you about, it's close to our cameraman's heart. The Texas Longhorns going to the shoe against Ohio State. Who's winning that game?
I'm going to go with Texas, and here's the reason. Established quarterback. Well, hey, it's kind of fun. Also, Texas, I don't know.
Texas is legit.
I do. I like Texas. I don't know how good Texas will be all year, but I do think in this situation, they have an established quarterback. Ohio State's breaking in pretty much a freshman.
Yeah.
He's not, but essentially, right? So I like Texas.
Well, hey, the Buckeyes are bringing in a new quarterback as well.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. Arch has more experience playing than Julian Sand does.
Yeah. I just know it'll be a good game, and glad college football's back.
I'm so excited. I might be a lunatic too, Trevor.
Football on Thursdays, starting next week. Thursdays, Fridays.
Timeout called by
with this.
Yep.
Saturdays,
Yep.
college football, and then NFL Sunday.
Yep. And then if you're an absolute like psychopath like some of us are,
Monday Night Football.
well, Monday night, but the other one to add to is a little bit of action on Wednesday nights.
Gotta have action.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, I got to throw this out here though, because I am a little bit of a nutty person, but I also think like you have Ken Pula, who you've seen get behind the defense multiple times. Do you go play action and just launch it over the top here?
Hey fans, ever dreamed of traveling the world
I think that's
and making a difference?
a good thought.
That's
You can serve right here in Utah.
my initial guess.
I'm shocked. I mean, Kenan Pula on the night,
Thailand, and
he
Hong Kong,
has
the adventure of a lifetime.
one catch for 47 yards. He's been targeted only twice.
Yeah, and frankly, credit to Timpview because they haven't given him much space tonight.
They're bracketing him.
Yeah, they're more just they're all around, and then they haven't had time to throw it to him downfield.
And right now, he is in the slot, I believe.
They're gonna go draw here.
No, they're
Nope.
going. They're going to throw it. He's got Woolley on the sideline, and a hand fight with Braxton Wilkerson. It's going to be a pass interference on Wilkerson. Pretty big penalty, especially when you had the Knights pinned deep at their own 2.
Huge penalty. They're returning the favor there, and I think, I mean, he's got him by the hip, so it's textbook, right? Like you can't grab him by the hip as he's running. They went to exactly what we said, and then I second guessed myself and thought they would go draw out a 5-man. So
so far we haven't hit halftime yet. 5:47 to go here in the second quarter. We have 8 penalties for 105 yards combined.
yeah,
5 for 60 for Lone Peak and 3 for 45 for Timpview.
that's a lot in the first half.
Hand off to Tahi. Sean will get up to about the 22-yard line. Let's say 21, mark him.
Number 1,
Gain of
Sean
4.
Tahi.
This is my first time seeing Sean Tahi run like in person. He's a big back.
He is a big
Like
boy.
he is. We don't have him marked. I thought we had his height and weight, but he's a big back. He's every bit.
You can probably
he's
guess
got to
what he
be
is.
probably. I would say he's 6 foot 190. Yeah, maybe 6'1", 190. He's
Yeah.
a big back.
Kepa, play action. He'll go deep. He's got almost a one-handed turnaround grab by Kenan Pula. That would have been a da-na-na.
Yeah, a little bit of that down and that. But I will say, Timpview came screaming off the edge and got a hold of Kepa right there. A little surprised there wasn't helmet-to-helmet action because they caught him right under the chin, but they're letting him play. He took a big shot. I'm curious to see how he responds in this situation.
3rd and 5 here for Lone Peak. They are 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Kepa, he'll drop back, he'll look. He's got Pula, just overthrows him by a hair. Couldn't quite get up and get it. And that'll be a good stop there for Timpview. Bringing on the punt unit for Lone Peak.
Through the first 2 weeks, Lone Peak has not made many mistakes. They've been really clean with the ball, right? They've made big plays. They've executed when they had to. They've been really, really good. Tonight, they've just been a little off, whether it be penalties, whether it be their passing.
Or pass attempts where it's just been a hair over.
And frankly,
as Wilkerson picks up the punt here. Now he gets to the 50 and then to the outside. He's going to get tackled out of bounds at about the 46-yard line.
so this one's going to probably come back. You've got a flag here at about the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back.
Yeah, that's kind of my guess. There was a lot of bodies on the ground there, and you kind of couldn't see what happened other than there was bodies on the ground. That's huge right here, too, because I think Timpview's kind of got a little bit of energy. Even though they haven't done much on offense yet to start this game, they just feel like they're in this game, which they are. They've played really well on defense. Offense has done okay, right? I'd love to see them, break the century mark here on this drive, right? You're looking at 54 total yards. If they can get 50, 60 yards here, score, right? It's a little obvious.
Yeah.
But if they can score here, you break that century mark going into the half, you got a tie ball game, and you're sticking with the number 2 team in the state of Utah.
Yeah, 3 turnovers and 9 penalties between the 2 teams. And we haven't even hit halftime yet.
I do love sloppy joes. I don't love sloppy football.
And
And honestly, I only like my mother-in-law's sloppy joes because Manwich is disgusting. Hot take. Hot take.
Hey, I know who to go to for food takes now. It's this guy right here.
I'm a little bit of a snob.
With new locations in Ogden and Roy.
Lone Peak Football is brought to you by Johnston Law. It starts up front with a winning team. Johnston Law has been helping businesses succeed at every stage for over 15 years. Call or text today at 801-980-5300 and mention Lone Peak wins. Also by Safe Streets. Enjoy the game with peace of mind. Your home is protected 24/7 with Safe Streets Smart Security. Serving 46 states with the country's top 5-star rating. 150,000 5-star reviews in 3 years. Want home automation? Leave it to the nation's best. Safe Streets. Visit safestreets.com. Trevor Allen, Braden Peterson here with you. Josh Dodge on the camera. As football season is here officially. Next week it'll be at all 3 levels.
You know the other big part here? Football weather is here this weekend.
I know.
Like,
I mean, it's not cold.
No.
I'm obviously wearing shorts.
but it's not hot.
But
like,
it's not. It was hot last night.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm a naturally sweaty person. If anybody who's curious, you know, like I walk upstairs, I sweat. Yeah, well, Josh, you know now,
walk into
right?
the mailbox
yeah,
in
like,
January.
Yeah, exactly, right? But, like, I'm comfortable tonight. I'm very comfortable.
And a comfortable Braden Peterson is a great Braden Peterson.
And a very happy Braden Peterson, too.
And we all need a happy Braden Peterson.
That is actually a true statement.
Don't let him get hangry, though.
I got a hangry talk about this after.
Cole Hangeman hands it off to Hopewate. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he'll get a yard.
Yeah, so we're going to go to this food take really quick. We'll get back to the football. So I asked the people of Utah County and Provo specifically, like, hey, where should I eat down here?
Yeah, as you should.
Nobody told me, and I'm really disappointed. So then I had to eat up in Murray.
Got it.
Free shout out to Gordo's Tacos in Murray.
Okay.
Holy cow! So good. Okay, now to the football side of things. Quick little zone read and flying downhill just like Lone Peak does.
2nd and 8 here, so they give him 2 yards. Here's Engelman. He'll drop back. He'll look. He's got a man deep. He's looking for Wilkerson, and it goes just through his hands, incomplete on the coverage there.
Pass falls.
Is
lead coverage on the play for number
that
8,
is
Arami Kaiwi.
It was Wilkerson and look. Oh, sorry.
Arami Kaiwi.
Really pretty good coverage. I didn't see where Wilkerson came from, so I can't tell if he had to flip shoulders there to look at that ball from Ingeman. Pretty pass in a pretty decent spot, just a little outside of his reach. Gosh, there's not much to hate there. And again, really good protection up front. Like, they really haven't allowed their quarterbacks to be pressured at all tonight.
Engelman on 3rd down. Tuone at the bottom of your screen as a wideout, and he's going to look for him. Tuone. And just misses the catch. Barely, and then he ends up hitting the turf. Disappointed in that play.
As soon as I say they haven't really gotten pressure on him, they go to a 3-man front, they bring a double A-gap blitz, and Ingeman just has to rear back, let it rip, and then duck for cover. Throws a really good ball, frankly, for the situation. Great defense there by Lone Peak. Both defenses have kind of settled in. I don't like where Timpview's at in this situation because Lone Peak's offense has found somewhat of a groove. Timpview's hasn't yet.
Hopewate. That one looks like it might have rolled off his shin. I hate when I do that, when I punt. But it's collected at the 27 there by Ledger Holmes. And there's a little activity off the sideline, but then a little helmet tap. Oh, we're good to go.
One of the things you'll notice on film, and I mentioned this towards the beginning of the game, you just haven't been able to see it yet, but the return game from Lone Peak is really impressive. Last week you saw him do a great job on the kick return group. You just saw a really nice return here on the punt return team. That's huge. Special teams wins football games. And, you know, the Timpview punt was big last time. It's a great return to get him to a quick field, short field. We got a new quarterback in.
And we do. I think that is Cruz Christensen. It goes to Sean Tahi to the 40 and then down to the 36-yard line is Sean Tahi. He's brought down, but yes, you're right. We do have a new quarterback, Cruz Christensen.
Yeah, kind of interested to see what we have here, what the thought process is. Are they just trying to get the team loosened up a little bit? As he's had a little bit more of a groove to start the season. I don't know.
Kepa down on the sideline.
Kepa's right here, just right in front of us.
Yes, he is.
Great run, though. Great hole by the offensive line, and Sean just cruised through it.
Well, Christensen will hand off to Tahi. Didn't have anything there. Cuts to the left, and now he gets up to the 20, and he could be into the end zone. He's stumbling down at the 6-yard line. They mark him down at the 5. What a run by Sean Tahi.
What a phenomenal run. Timpview, initial stop, gets him to kind of brace up, and then Tahi goes, oh, there's a crease to the backside. Let me just go there. Leaps over a defender, starts running by dudes. Tahi is really quick, by the way. Great speed there as he took off down the field, and he's able to accelerate quick after jumping over a defender. Impressive run by Sean Tahi.
2:50 to go here in the first half. Christensen under center. He's got Fanua behind him. He'll hand off to Fanua. He'll go up the middle, and he'll gain probably 2 yards, maybe 3. They're on first down.
Yeah, they go to 21 personnel, right? Could almost be 12 personnel, depending on how you read it, but they do a great job there. They just go straight downhill, kind of dive, ISO football, where it's just we're going to push you back and we're going to get the yards that are inevitable. Big play. Timpview's got a big boy up in the middle there.
They do.
Oh, Tavita. No, it's not that. I cannot see his number.
They're always in the middle, man. Christensen hands off to Fanua once again. He'll cut back inside into the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Peak.
The story of that quick drive was second effort runs, right? Tahi gets kind of stopped back in the backfield and then immediately finds the crease on the backside, is able to go. And then Fanua gets smacked in the backfield, quickly shifts, and just second effort right through the hole. Good quick drive by Lone Peak, getting to kind of what they're comfortable with, running the ball.
And Tuaone, he was flying off the edge on that PAT attempt, but it is no good.
Point is no good.
So with 1:58 to go, Lone Peak with a 16-3 lead.
It's kind of what we talked about right before Lone Peak started that drive. Don't love where Timpview was at right there. Their defense had been solid, right? But Lone Peak's offense had been able to kind of move the ball. They had found a groove a few times, then just kind of stalled out. The hard part for Timpview at this point is their offense is going to have to find some kind of consistency, or else Lone Peak will be able to blow this open.
Tonight's game brought to you by G2D Protein Bar, helping busy people eat well when they're on the go. And also by doTERRA is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can help or how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. So 1:58 to go here in the first half, Braden, and you know it kind of looks like this is going to be a big drive heading into halftime for Timpview.
Yeah, this is the game-changing drive right here. If you can stall the momentum Lone Peak has and get on the board, you've got a chance in this game. But if you go a quick 3 and out, this one could get out of hand really fast.
And that one is going into the end zone for a touchback. Brought to you by Tiny Hero, a Utah nonprofit giving families hope and help when their baby is born with CDH. They provide support, grants, and a community standing with them every step of the way. Visit tinyhero.org to learn more. And by Stroformance is a science-based speed and performance training system using state-of-the-art technology and data to train thousands of athletes, and is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak football.
Sean Tahi has been a huge play here, obviously, but he's 3 carries, 55 yards. Tate Barney's averaging over 7 yards a carry.
How about just that like dynamic? You also got Isaac Fanua here as Tua One's back in at quarterback, overthrows his intended receiver. That's number 7, Nixon Warner. But they're 3-4 backs deep.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And I mean, then you've got Kepa who can run the ball. Yeah, I mean, you look through this list, everybody's averaging over 3.5 yards a carry, which frankly, as an offense, that's where you want to be, is that kind of that magic 4 yards a carry number at bare minimum.
So 2nd and 10, Tua One, he's going to look and barely, it was tipped, but who was there on that play?
I'm going to guess it was Grimmer again.
Yep, he was there.
Yeah, he's always there.
He was there.
You know, the thing is, and I said this a couple drives ago, I like this play for them. The hard part is, though, is you have to give him time to throw when he's trying to get outside the pocket. If he's got somebody in his face, you're going to get tipped balls like that right there.
3rd and 10 at their own 20 is Timpview. Tua One drops back, goes up into the pocket. He is firing deep. He's got a man, and he overthrows him, incomplete. Still Richards is the intended receiver.
Incomplete coverage on the play.
He had really, really good protection. I like the launch down the field. I like the play. I like everything about that. The hard part is I'm also a big fan of just stepping up and taking the yards that are given to you. The hard part there was that Lone Peak had a defender swooping back across that kind of forced Tua One to throw that ball there.
Yeah. So that brings out the punt unit led by Hopewate at punter. He also plays running back with 1:38 to go. So of what could have been a game-changing drive now gives the Knights a chance to extend the lead. As now it is gathered at the 40-yard line. Here's Ledger Holmes. Now he's in Timpview territory, and he's brought down at about the 37-yard line.
Another big return by Lone Peak. We got a man down here.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You got to love the sportsmanship, though. It's a Timpview player down, and number 2, Tavita Manga, is there to be like, hey, man, are you all right? Because I believe that trying to get his number.
It's like number 5 or 9.
Yeah, 5 or 9.
I'm going to, yeah.
Tavita Tuha. They just announced it was number 9. By the way, keep in mind, Braden, as we look at the intended player on the field who's injured, we're gonna name our helmet sticker tonight. Is anybody who's kind of the front runner right now?
Tahi's been really impressive. Grimmer has been just all over the freaking field. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but Ledger Holmes in the return game, he's had back-to-back returns to set them up with a short field, and frankly, he's giving them a chance to blow this game open too. So there's a few guys that are really in this game to see what happens here.
We're going to go ahead and step aside. We'll tell you about the helmet stickers coming up after this here on KSLSports.com.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Number 9 for the Thunderbirds, Vita Tuha, had to be helped off the field. Hopefully he's okay. You hate to see injuries in this game, but it is part of it. And Crew Christensen is back out again at quarterback. He's got Sean Tahi to his left with 1:23 to go until halftime. He'll hand it off to Tahi. He cuts outside now. He's got Wilkerson trying to take him down, and he'll go out of bounds at the 30, maybe the 29-yard line. And they will mark him down at 29.
Yeah, interesting run there. I mean,
He's knocked out of bounds by number 26.
I want to see my guys run through guys and finish runs there, but he's just been inevitable. Like, every carry is 5+ yards for him, and he's so patient. He reads everything. Really impressive play, and he's really helped break this game open for Lone Peak.
So an 8-yard gain right there for Tahi. 2nd and 2 now at the 29-yard line. Christensen, he'll fire deep. He's looking for Woolley in the end zone, and he overthrows him, incomplete on 2nd down.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what Lone Peak's thought process is here as they've pulled Cruz Christensen into the game. He's been really good to start the season, and it looks like they're just, they're going to roll with the hot hand right now is kind of my thought. But also, I like the play call there because your short sticks to the 1st down. You can take a shot there because now you're still in running territory, and Sean Tahi is good for 3 yards.
So 3rd and 2.
Got a big 5-man front here.
And they do hand it off to Tahi. And I don't think he's not going to get
Ball's
it.
on the ground.
Ball's on the ground, but I think he was on the ground first. But it looked like he might be. No, he did get up.
Fumble on the play recovered by.
You can hear Ledger Holmes down on the field just yelling, "Let's go for it! Let's go for it! Let's go for it!"
And Coach Brockbank is signaling timeout. It sounds like that they're going to talk about it. 44 seconds left on the clock. And Timpview is going to get the ball to start the second half.
This Timpview defense has given up a couple touchdowns here late in the second quarter, but they have been stout up front. Really, they've been impressive. They've had pressure on the quarterback all night. It's bend, don't break, right? That Sean Tahi is averaging over 12 and a half yards a carry. 3-4 yards seems like it was going to happen no matter what. And they bring 5 down on the line. It almost looks like a bear front, was a bear front. And they just stuffed the line of scrimmage right there.
So with this 4th down call, it's 4th and 2. He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but where do you go here as far as a potential play call? Knowing what you have on offense.
I mean, if it's me, I think I go with running the ball. It looks like Tate Barney's in the game too with Sean Tahi. So I definitely like running the ball, and I think you go. I would run some kind of zone play, and let Tahi kind of pick what he wants.
Tahi's going to block too. It's a quarterback design run, and he's going to get the 1st down. Cruz Christensen, big time 4th down run with 38 seconds left, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah,
a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean, you love the nastiness, but again, gotta know when to do it. Gotta know when to stop, right? You get the 1st down, you get a big play, and immediate 15 yards back now, right? That hurts. That hurts. We've seen a couple of those. For each team, just penalties that are drive killers.
And Coach Brockbank is not happy. He's out on the field.
Also, what a run by Cruz Christensen there.
Yeah.
Right? They get movement up front, and then he sticks his nose in. You think he's going to get stopped right around the line of scrimmage, and then he just keeps stumbling and rumbling and bumbling right through for another 6-7 yards. I mean, great run up front by Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz is coming up big. It looks like they may have benched Kepa, at least for now. He hasn't been in on the last 2 drives. And again, still no Jaron Pula. My assumption is he won't play tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he's probably not going to play tonight. It'd be interesting to see what the situation with Kepa is. It's early in the season. It's his first game back. You almost can look at it like a pitch count potentially, right? Where it's like, hey, let's get you a few throws. Let's get that arm live, right? There's no need to force anything this week. Let's get you going because Cruz is really, really good, right? So we can get your arm warmed up. I don't know what the situation is. There's multiple things that could be happening. But it looks like they're going to go 5 wide here.
Yeah, because that penalty is a 15-yarder on Lone Peak.
That's a big one. I mean, Trevor, just to look at penalties, we're at 10 penalties, 135 yards between the two teams. You're 6 for 75 for Lone Peak, 4 for 60 on Timpview. We can hear coaches in the booth saying it's not a replay down, and they're right. It shouldn't be. It was an after-the-play situation. That's why it's a 15-yard penalty. It should be first down.
It's just you're back now.
Exactly. It should be 1st and 10 from the 42, and that looks like that they've got that now.
Okay.
1st and 10 for Lone Peak.
Yes, it is. Christensen overthrows his intended receiver. That is number 29, Thomas Herget.
Lincoln Jarrito read that like a book. He came flying from the inside there, coming out towards by Thomas Herget, and is able to kind of defend the play there, but he was right on that ball immediately.
33 seconds to go, 2nd and 10 at their own 38, in the Timpview 38-yard line. Empty backfield for Cruz. He's got Herget, and he goes out of bounds, and he will pick up the first down, moving the sticks, and the clock will still run.
5 wide, quick hitch on the outside, make the defender flip the hips, he shoots back, and a quick pitch and catch. Clock is running right now.
Yeah, and Coach Brockbank is saying he was out of bounds. I thought he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he was as well, so I don't blame him for trying to figure out what's going on.
And again, there's no instant replay, or there's no going to the booth for official, going under the hood.
I mean, looking at the current conversation, it does not look like he's going to get what he wants here. And it looks like there is a little frustration with, the officials, with the coaches here saying, hey, let me talk to the head coach. I don't want to talk to the rest of you.
Yeah, Coach Brockbank signaling to his assistants, back up. Stop talking to the officials, because he doesn't want to get a flag for one of his assistants.
Yeah, right now they're in a spot where even though there's 3 seconds left, they can run a solid play here to the end zone with a good chance. You get another 15 yards, and now you're essentially tossing up a Hail Mary almost.
Yeah, but luckily the Hail Mary is from the 22-yard line.
Well, and yeah, if they don't have one now, they can actually run something. Be interesting. White hat looks like he's coming over.
So, and there's back at 25 seconds. So it sounds like they got the signal wrong, because he was spinning his arm saying, the clock keeps running. But then Coach Brockbank is doing jumping jacks, basically saying should be stopping the clock.
No, I think they got that right there by slowing or bringing time back onto the clock.
Now it's at 28 seconds. So they just keep adding on time.
I'm trying to see. It looks like Lone Peak has 2 timeouts left. They can run a couple plays here.
Here's Cruz Christensen. He's got almost a one-handed catch there by Herget. It just misses, but it's an incomplete pass, but taking a shot.
I love the play call by Lone Peak here, right? They've gone quick to the outside 2 times in a row. They had gone to the out route that was jumped by Lucas Jarrito, and then they hit Thomas Herget on the hitch route for the first down, and then here they go. They show the quick out route, and then they let Herget take a scream right up the sideline, and they had a window. It was a tight one. Cruz Christensen almost put it in there, and Herget almost had himself just an absolute beautiful touchdown catch.
22 seconds here.
Got a timeout.
Down, and it looks like a timeout. And it's a timeout for Lone Peak. We will take it with them back after this here on KSLSports.com.
Timeout called by Timpview.
With a TabSpend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. TabSpend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line is Lone Peak, sending Pula in motion, then back. Cruz Christensen, he's got Pula out at the 15. He cuts to the outside. He gets tripped up at the 10. Clock will run. By the way, the timeout was actually by Timpview. They're out of timeouts. And now the Knights, there's a flag on the play. Could that be roughing the passer?
Yeah, that's kind of the thought I have, is that we've got roughing the passer in the backfield. It'll be interesting to see. I love the play called by Lone Peak. I've loved kind of the way they've schemed this little 2-minute drill. Pula has not been involved in the game for quite a while. So what do? You get him on the move, you get their defensive backs on the move, and then you get him in a little spot route right there in the open field, and then you let special players make special plays, right? Get the ball in their hands, let them do what they do. And Pula gets a great catch, flips the hips, and almost breaks that one. It was a good open field tackle.
And we'll see what they do with the flag. And now a timeout for Lone Peak.
Timeout.
14 seconds on the clock. They still haven't announced the penalty, have they?
Not that I've seen.
Oh, they did? Okay. Well, we will go ahead and take that with them. Back with the final 14 seconds after this. 14 seconds to go here at Timpview High School for week 3 of the high school football season. Lone Peak with a 16-3 lead over Timpview. Coming into the game, the Knights are ranked number 2 in the state, behind one and only Corner Canyon.
They got Sean Tahi in the backfield. I think they run the ball here.
Nope. First and goal. Christensen looking for Pula, and he's got him in the end zone. What a beautiful bread in the basket touchdown for Kenan Pula.
What a play. They just ran Pula to open space, and Cruz Christensen just throws an absolutely beautiful ball to the back corner, and Pula just says, all right, let me go get it. I said, I think they might run the ball with Tahi here, and I was foolish. And they just drop an absolute dime in. They are going to go for 2 thanks to our spotter here, Josh.
I could see why they would maybe run it. You've still got a timeout in hand, and you're 4 yards away.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hold by my thought, I guess. But, I mean, it was an inevitable touchdown pass with that. Just run Pula to space.
But playing Madden or college football, you're throwing the ball.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why not?
I'm really bad at those games, man, if I'm just being honest.
I'm not great either.
I get absolutely cooked whenever I play.
Well, that's why you just go against the computer and you put it on freshman.
You know, I have to, or else I'll get cooked by the computer, too. I'm bad.
Or even on varsity.
Trevor, I'm bad. Yeah, probably. It's been a little. No, I don't get cooked on varsity. Easy, Josh. I have feelings, okay?
Josh is throwing jabs here.
Golly.
While they settle their differences, we will tell you that tonight's helmet sticker is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5 annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. So we will pick our helmet sticker tonight between Josh, me, and Braden here.
Josh doesn't get an opinion. I don't appreciate his opinions right now.
Josh's vote is gone.
Yeah, I'm ex-naying that.
And we didn't vote on that. As the 2-point conversion here goes to, it's dropped, but there is a flag on the play. Thomas Herget is the intended receiver.
I think you're going to get a pick call here. I could be wrong. Let's ask our rules specialist, Josh. Did I offend him?
Huh?
Did I offend Josh?
Yeah, he actually looks like he's really upset.
Oh no! Great.
I'm gonna have to spend halftime now settling this between you two.
How much do you charge for mediation? Oh my goodness, he's right again.
That's why he has the camera.
It's fair. It's fair.
We'll retry the 2-point conversion.
That's why
he gets to look into the lenses. We have to look like through here. I don't want to look over his shoulder. It's like copying off someone's work.
No comment.
Sean Tahi in the backfield here.
Don't ask me how I passed driver's ed.
As Chris Christensen under center. Hands it off to Tahi, and he goes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I believe he got in. He got tackled out, but I think with forward progress, he's in.
I don't know if they're going to give it to him.
I thought he had it.
I did too,
It
but
looked like it.
Nope.
No good. Wow. Okay.
Handoff up the middle is stopped. The conversion.
That no comment goes to a lot of things here right now. My driver's ed.
Seconds left here in the second quarter.
You and your beef with Josh Dodge.
Here's the deal. Okay, I'm just going to, like, back myself up here with my driver's ed comment. Nobody can take the test for you, right? Like, when you're on the road, that's you.
Yeah, it's
right?
you, man.
Okay, I passed that 100%, so that's fine. The paperwork part wasn't my favorite. I'm like a freshman going into being a sophomore in high school. We took driver's ed right after practice.
It kind of scares me.
It was group work.
I mean, hey, you're able to come from Salt Lake County down here the last 2 weeks. So I am proud of you.
My wife, I think, questions my driving skills sometimes, and that's okay. I understand
I'm pretty sure every wife does that.
Yeah, well,
Mine does.
I'm also getting hit from the sides here, too. I just got a text from my little brother saying I always get worked by him in Madden and NCAA.
Everyone's just throwing jabs. You guys can. We'll get his Twitter handle here. What is it, by the way?
It's Coach Pete 58, and I really don't know if I want to throw that out there.
Do you have Instagram?
No,
you need
I don't.
Instagram, my friend.
No, I like Twitter. I waste enough time on Twitter.
From the 20-yard line.
That is not a hole I like going down.
Yeah, it's great for sports. It's so efficient. And I don't have a lot of people like some of you guys do sitting there throwing jabs at you. I'm able to kind of stay in like the weeds.
Hey, don't bring me into this. I didn't throw any jabs at you. I'm just sitting here trying to mediate. I'm trying to have.
I'm just saying
all together on the same page here.
Yeah,
we got to work together as a team, and I can't have two members of our team beefing with each other.
Josh and I are fine.
Okay.
Josh and I are fine.
Yeah. I don't want to spend halftime having to settle this.
The way that we
had a problem, you made it a problem.
Yeah. I won't argue that.
You also really offended him by saying Texas is going to beat Ohio State.
Well, that's going to happen.
As Engerman is in, he's got a receiver down the middle. He was wide open. That's number 18, David Fanua. He's going to want that back when they watch film.
Yeah, he is. Now, I will say, I don't think he's getting in the end zone there. And there was only 2 seconds left.
You still want to pad the stats, though.
What? No, you want to score points.
Well, of course you want to score points. But you want to catch. I mean, you never know. You never know. You could break a tackle, cut to the outside. I mean, there's always a chance. You never say never, Braden.
That's fine. You're right. Gosh, I'm saying I'm. Last week you told me I was right a lot, and I'm saying it to you this week.
I told you to not get used to it. Too,
I know it tastes like vinegar. I don't like it.
Well, hopefully he can get the bad taste out of his mouth. He's got 15 minutes to do so as we hit halftime. Lone Peak with a 22-3 lead. We will be back with second half action here in just a little bit here on the Rewind Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with second half action here on KSL Sports Rewind, Trevor Allen, Braden Peterson here with you. And Braden, you look at the scoreboard. I mean, for those of you just tuning in, this didn't happen until late in the second quarter and first half.
Yeah, we were just talking with some of Lone Peak's coaches, and one of the things we mentioned to them that we saw was just the return game all of a sudden put Lone Peak in great field position multiple times in a row, and they did a great job executing upon that, and all of a sudden they broke this game open. The other piece of this that really was interesting is, you and I have talked and watched, Cruz Christensen came into the game, and it was almost like a calming effect for this Lone Peak offense. He's been so efficient and really thrown the ball really, really well the first couple weeks. He comes right in. He starts hitting a couple passes. They start running the ball really well. All of a sudden, Lone Peak's cruising. No pun intended, but pun again. I'm pretty good with those, right? So, he starts taking off, and everything starts to kind of fall into place for him. If you're Timpview, I feel like a broken record. I've said this a few weeks in a row for the offenses that we've seen, but you have to find some consistency. Without that consistency, your defense wears out. They've been able to stay in this, right? They've taken advantage of some of the guys that have been out for Lone Peak, right? You haven't seen Bot Mulitalo out there. Obviously, you haven't seen Jaron Pula, right? And those things have paid well. Timpview's done a good job defensively of taking advantage of that, but their offense has struggled to take advantage of those things.
So the Thunderbirds will get the ball to start the second half, as that one is kind of a squib kick, and it's picked up by Wilkerson. He gets to the 20, and that's about as far as he will go, so might as well just left it for a touchback, but that's why you give it a go. So 11:54 now, 6 seconds in. if you're the Timpview coaching staff and the Lone Peak coaching staff, what are you telling your team as far as adjustments?
Yeah, so if I'm Timpview, the biggest thing I want to see offensively is I want to see them continue to move the pocket for if it's Tuone, right? And if it's Ingeman, I want him to just settle in and take the things that Lone Peak gives him, right? Like, don't force the issue, right? You have guys that are getting open, just hit your spots. If you're Lone Peak, it's business as usual. Stomp on the gas, finish the game.
And Ingeman is in, and he'll hand it off to Hopewate here on first down. And they get about a yard or two.
Yeah, they go back to that 20 personnel, right, that allows them to hit the run game really fast. This Lone Peak defense is triggering really quick on the run game. They really haven't given Timpview much space, frankly, all game. As you look at the rushing stats, you're only 33 rushing yards on the game.
And only 55 on the game total yards. Now a handoff to Hopewate, and he is stopped in his tracks by 3 guys for Lone Peak.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, right? You see Wilkerson trying to tell his guy to get around him on the run there, and there comes a point where, like, you have to take the fight to the defender, right? You can't just expect your man to go outside me. Like, no, you got to drive that man and create the lane for your guy. Force the issue. Don't just try and, hope it happens.
Now Ingeman, he'll roll to his right. He's going to throw it, and just underthrows to One, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, you stay behind the sticks the whole time. I think we said this last week with Green Canyon and Springville, right? You get stuck behind the sticks, your playbook it's limited, right? Lone Peak can look at your playbook now and go, hey, we are timeout. Hold on, what's going on here?
A missed field goal acts as a punt in high school.
A missed field goal acts as a punt in high school. So they're going to kick it. That's a deep attempt.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be at the 50-yard line. And we've got a penalty flag as well, Trevor.
We do. That was wild.
Yeah,
shout out to Josh Dodge.
Yeah,
who's our spotter, rules analyst, and
you talk about the return.
There's a penalty flag down on the play.
Oh, okay. And see, I hadn't seen that.
I might hand the microphone to Josh.
Do you want to run camera?
Yeah, sure. But a great take, honestly. Probably not. But honestly,
number 0 on the offense. That penalty be assessed at the end of the run. First down, Lone Peak.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that at home, but we had a personal foul on Timpview. So you're going to see 15 yards.
At the end of the run.
Yeah, at the end of the run, which should be from the 50-yard line. Or it looks like they ended up marking it at the 40, the Timpview 47, or Lone Peak 47. So that should move them right up to about the 38 of Timpview. But it looks like there's a little confusion. It is against Lone Peak. It's not Timpview. That makes a little bit more sense.
Okay.
But Josh was just teaching us here for a quick second that in high school, right, a missed field goal acts as a punt. Right, and we've talked a lot about this today where the return game's been so impressive by Lone Peak.
That it's better to just have a more directional kick. Yeah,
exactly. Right. No, it's really, really good take there.
Holmes moves in motion, and Cruz Christensen is back out at quarterback. He'll hand off to Fanua. He'll cut back to his right, and he is stopped, but not before gaining maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, I love the side-to-side play here by Timpview. Lone Peak's trying to get a lead blocker, and Ledger Holmes, who's a feisty football player, right? And Timpview is able to just kind of settle the edge and lets their backside defenders come flowing up on the back there. They do a great job at getting to Fanua there for a quick gain of only 2 yards.
2nd and 8 at their own 34-yard line. Christensen, single back. Play action. He'll fire out to Pula, and he catches it with both feet inbounds, and he is marked out at the 43. What a catch.
Yeah, I love Cruz Christensen's composure as he drops back, right? He fully knows exactly what he wants to do on each play, right? He's very decisive, and he's really accurate. You've seen that over the past 3 drives that he's been in. He drops right back, hits Kenan Pula on the out route, and just places it in a perfect spot where only Pula can get to it.
If you want to do comparison on completions, Kepa is 4 for 11, and Cruz is 4 for 7. Now he'll hand it off to Fanua, and he'll stutter step before heading up the left side, and he is brought down at the 49.
Fanua was showing Le'Veon Bell style play there, right? Yeah, he's rocking the 26, and then he sits there. He takes that ball on the zone play. He gives a little hezzy in the backfield and lets everything set up, and then he fires through the hole for a nice gain of 6 yards. Great run by Fanua.
And it brings up a manageable 2nd and 4 as they're approaching Timpview territory. Single back again here for Cruz. He'll hand off to Fanua. Just keep feeding the backs, and he will get to the Timpview 47-yard line, 46.
So Coach Gary Pay is the O-line coach at Lone Peak, and he's been there forever, right? You know the last name because he was a phenomenal offensive lineman, as well as all his boys who have come up through this program.
And gone to BYU.
Yeah, and gone to BYU, right? Like, his offensive lines are kind of our death taxes and Lone Peak O-line play. Like, it's going to happen, right? You're seeing them just create space over and over and over again.
I wonder who talked to Bott about moving from the defensive side of the ball to playing offensive line.
I don't know. Probably the guy that's successfully created multiple D1 and NFL offensive linemen.
And Fanua is tackled in the backfield. Tuitupo.
Yeah.
Pataleone Tuitupo on that tackle.
Tuitupo makes a great play as they try and get to the edge there, and he's able to get him in the backfield for a loss of 5. Great play by the big D lineman.
A potential play to fire up the defense here for Timpview. As the clock's running, 7:35 to go here in the third. Christensen. He is rolling out, and he throws it out of bounds just before he goes out of bounds. So just a incomplete pass. Seth Woolley, he was the intended receiver but had no chance.
Yeah, when that Timpview defense knows that they can get after the quarterback, they've done an exceptional job at just bringing so many bodies. Now, credit to Cruz Christensen to kind of maneuver back there and just find a quick spot. He made a pretty good throw to Seth Woolley to try and create or to complete the play there, but a way to get rid of the ball and get out of a sack.
So 3rd and 15 here at the 49-yard line in Lone Peak territory. Cruz Christensen, he'll throw it to Tate Barney on the halfback screen. He's got room in the first down. He cuts the outside to the 20, down to the 10, and he's going to the pylon to the end zone, trucks him into the end zone. Touchdown, Lone Peak.
I think we have a play of the game.
Is that a helmet stick?
It might be. That was phenomenal, right? The helmet sticker might have to go to all his blockers downfield. They just created an absolute wall. Tate Barney just danced behind all 5 of his offensive linemen as they picked up guy after guy. And then Tate Barney says, well, I can take care of it. Looking like Cam Scattaboo back there, just running over dudes into the end zone. Great play. They look like they're going for 2, Trevor.
And I'm just going to throw this up here, and I'm going to make the executive decision. That's going to be our helmet sticker.
That's fair. It is.
Brought to you by Tab Bank.
It's the best play we've seen all night. Phenomenal play.
So give Tate Barney a helmet sticker. And I'll tell you about Tab Bank after the 2-point conversion. As they go in the I formation, now there's a flag, and the play clock is at 0. About a timeout called. Hate to use a timeout. On a 2-point conversion.
First charge timeout.
But I'll tell you, our helmet sticker, which is going to Tate Barney, is brought to you by Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal. Member FDIC. So, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
To have to call a timeout on a 2-point conversion, but it's better to do it when you're up 28-3.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations where you have the luxury of being able to get yourself settled in a game like this. One thing I think we just have to point out, Cruz Christensen has come into this game, and Lone Peak's offense has exploded.
I'll tell you what, though. The future here for Lone Peak is bright. I mean, they have a lot of underclassmen that are good, that are showing promise already. But not only that, Cruz Christensen is going to be the guy next year.
Yeah.
Keppa, and if something happens to Keppa, knock on wood, well, hopefully nothing does, they're in good shape at quarterback.
Yeah, it's kind of...
As that is underthrown on that 2-point conversion, so it's no good on that.
I'm sure nobody in Alpine is going to appreciate this comparison, but what it kind of reminds me of is Corner Canyon with Helaman Kasuga last year. Mm-hmm. They had a great backup in Bronson Evans, who then was able to come in and continue to do what they do.
Yeah.
Right? Lone Peak's in that similar situation where they've got a phenomenal D1 starting quarterback in Keppa, and then they've got a great backup in Cruz Christensen. It's a luxury that many schools don't have. It's hard to have one good starting quarterback. To have two is just an absolute.
It's also a luxury to have when you have the stable of running backs on top of the playmakers on the outside.
Yeah.
Especially the Pula twins. I know one of them's playing tonight, and Kenan Pula has put his stamp on this game. And, his numbers tonight, he has 4 catches for 73 yards and a touchdown. And he's been targeted 7 times. It looked like early on he wasn't really getting involved in the offense, but in that second quarter, it was led by him.
Yeah, I mean, Kenan, he took over that last drive, right, where he had the nice big play, want to say down, getting down the field, and then they hit him on the corner route again. They did a great job at just going, hey, we're going to go to Kenan, right? And they were like, we're going to get him involved. And boom, boom, touchdown, right? And then they can go and they go, all right, well, now we're going to give the ball to Tate Barney. And boom, they go right down the field. And then they can go, hey, who hasn't touched the ball for a while? Sean Tahi, let's get him the ball, right? And they can just keep feeding guy after guy after guy. They just are so deep. I'm looking at kind of carries and yards per carry. I mean, Sean Tahi's got 5 carries for 64 yards. Tate Barney's got 4 carries for 28, but he's also, excuse me,
but
he's also
of his
got
yards came on that last touchdown play.
Well, that was a catch.
Oh,
so
okay.
he's one catch for 51 yards on top of that.
Okay.
So you look at him, he's got 79 total yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. Look at you doing math on the fly.
Hey, I mean, I can't even say I'm a numbers guy. I'm decent at them, I guess.
Well, you clearly are, because you can do that. You can do math on the fly on the air.
Nobody tests me on that.
Has a hit right at the 25, and that is Tuha with the kick return. That was nice, but also a pretty hard hit.
Really good return, right? Get to the 25, and then Tavita Mwanga says, you're done. And just lights him up, spins him to the ground. We've said this a lot, but one of the things that sticks out watching Lone Peak, physicality. They don't mess around.
If you're a fan of the Big 12, you're not going to like the score update I'll give you here in just a minute, as Hopewate gets about a gain of about 2 yards on first down. They're playing Auburn, and Auburn's up 38-24 late in the fourth. It's not looking good for the Baylor Bears in the Big 12 Conference.
I'm actually a little surprised.
I think Auburn got a transfer quarterback. Can't remember who. Jackson Arnold. That is incomplete. Still Richards had it in his hands, but it was jarred loose by a couple of Lone Peak defenders. Great play there by Lone Peak's defense.
Such a good throw by Dennis Tuaone there.
Yeah.
Right? Just threads the needle between two defenders and then just isn't able to finish the catch. That's a tough one. Great defense.
Tuaone. He's got Richards once again. This time he holds on to it, and he'll get to the 37-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Timpview.
I love the faith that he has to go back to Steele Richards. You can tell that that's a guy that he's really comfortable getting the ball to. Throws a great ball to him, drops it, goes right back to him for the first down.
Now Tuaone rolls out to his right, trying to make a play, and he looks downfield, and he just throws it away.
Good, smart play by the young sophomore.
Yeah, you got it.
Right? Get out of play and get rid of the ball. And great play.
10.
.6:04 to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a look at scores from around the state.
Sa Tanavasa and who was the other one there? Tag Zundel. Both of them just came flying through and absolutely creating havoc in the backfield there. Long third down.
3rd and 11 to be exact at the 36. Tuaone fires it out to his wide receiver, and he's caught right there. That is Grimmer. But on the catch, number 18, David Fanua, but Grimmer catching him right in his tracks.
Grimmer has been all over the field for Lone Peak's defense. They've been phenomenal.
A couple of score updates. Our Game Night Live game of the week is at Weber, and they lead Roy 27-19, as there's another really long field goal attempt. But we learned something new. It's treated as a punt. And it is caught by Lone Peak to the 40, down to the 45, and almost to the 50. That was number 21. That is Toa Tanavasa.
Yeah, great return again. I mean, you're looking at 15, 20 yards. Their return game has just made it so it's short field after short field after short field. Just pulled up the yards out of that, and now the playbook is wide open if they really want it.
Another score to check on, and a game that is on the Rewind Sports Network. Our guys Alex Napolis and Brian Brown are calling. Davis taking their anger out from that loss on the Mountain Ridge, 42-27.
Wow.
And Syracuse, how about this? I'll tell you that here in just a minute, as Sean Tahi coming in, and he about broke loose on that. Sean Tahi is having himself a night in limited action.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. I want to just shout out the offensive line here. They're running an inside zone to the right side here. They just create an absolute wall. Sean Tahi is so patient. He reads his run keys, sees the backside crease open up, and you just see him launch through for a nice 8 to 10 yards there.
Some other scores. Syracuse up 35-0 on Bountiful. Syracuse have off to a good start. Ridgeline shut out Brighton 41-0. As Cruz Christensen finds Pula, and he is grabbed, and there, a late flag. I thought it wasn't going to come, but and the Lone Peak coaches that are up here with us were hoping so, and it did. A pretty blatant pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like he had him grabbed by the hands, and Pula was trying to pull through it and get around it, and yeah, it was pretty blatant.
So that'll move the Knights up the field, and they will spot the ball at the. Oh, and then over our rewind game of the week, American Fork West. West is down by 6 with 3.5 to go in that one. Dane Stewart and Jeff Hansen on the call for that one. just stay here. We'll keep you guys entertained and keep you up with scores. As Christensen pitches it out to Tahi. He's holding the ball like a quarterback with just one hand, and he gets a favorable push there.
Toss out to the right side.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
Mike Vick. You remember when Mike Vick used to hold the ball and just go screaming around the field, just gripping it with one hand?
Yep.
It's every coach's nightmare to watch their guy run the ball with
Especially
like that.
a running back.
Yeah.
It's always high and tight, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of confidence when you hold the ball like that. Let's put it that way. You know what you can do. It's also terrifying.
I don't have big enough hands for that.
No, I just never was allowed to run with the ball, period.
Just snapping it. Right?
Yeah, just snapping. Yep.
And that's a big job.
It is, yeah.
As
It's a fun one.
gets it again, and he hops over his offensive lineman. Never thought he had to hurdle an offensive lineman who was sitting down.
Yeah.
John Tahi up the middle.
You know, like as you start watching a game, you can see when players get into a groove because everything they do is just instinctual, right? They're just playing loose. They're seeing what's coming to them, and they just, they make the play. That was one of them, right? Like he's just seeing guys on the ground. Okay, let me get over this guy, and he's playing really, really loose right now.
3rd and 1, and Kepa's back in the game at quarterback. And he will find a man, and he had Ledger Holmes in the end zone, but the play is called dead on a flag.
Penalty flag down.
Looks like it might have been delayed game.
Prior to the play, encroachment, number 0 on the defense. 5 yards.
Encroachment.
Penalty.
So it's an automatic first down.
That'll result in a first down.
It was a good ball by Kepa, too, to hit Ledger Holmes there.
Yeah. You can still tell he's still trying to find his footing. He's a little amped. Had to sit out the first 2 games because of what happened in the state championship game last year. 2-game suspension.
The hard thing is, right, like I probably had unfair expectations for him coming into this game. Everybody gets those first game jitters. Here he goes, just walking in.
Kepa goes in the end zone, walks in, touchdown Lone Peak.
Yeah, I love that. It's just a power read game there, right, where they're going to pull the power, they're going to read that front side end, and he's just going to read and see where he fits in. But I want to go back to that because Kepa's a phenomenal quarterback. Like, he just makes play after play. And, there's anxiety, there's first game jitters. We're 3 weeks into this, but this is week 1. And that's it's not uncommon for these kind of little things to happen.
Definitely. And the PAT is up and good. So that will add more to the score. Now it's 34-3. Just want to remind you that Lone Peak football is presented by Skin Science. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Visit www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now. Also brought to you by Kessler Allaire. For a range of reasons, call Kessler Allaire Insurance Services.
So just to give a quick update to all our fans here, we just had a turnover in the West American Fork game. West turns the ball over with 2.5 minutes left on their own 43 yard line. American Fork's going to take over in West territory.
That would be a big win for American Fork.
Huge.
I mean, they were picked to finish last in Region 3, but who else is in Region 3?
I mean, it's a gauntlet. We're watching one of them. We just talked about another one of them. It's
Corner Canyon, Lehigh, Sky Ridge, which Sky Ridge blanked East 68-0. National Auto Plaza, where you can find your best deals on the best cars, trucks, and SUVs with our legendary $3,500 rebate. And also brought to you by PKJ Design Group, landscape architects and planners, quality, innovative, and environmental design. And Reef Capital, expect the best. We'd like to thank our sponsors for Lone Peak football here on the Rewind Sports Network. What's going on now in American Fork?
Looks like they're just running the ball, running clock. There's a game coming up on the 26th of September, and it's Lone Peak against American Fork.
That'll be a good
That's
game.
going to be a fun one. Crosstown rivals, both phenomenal teams. That's going to be a fun one.
And American Fork and the Knights are also on the Rewind Sports Network. So we'll have that game for you as it cuts to the outside. What a return up to the 30-yard line. It's number 18. That's David Fanua.
David Fanua did a great job at finding a crease. Just comes skirting around, winding his way through, and a great return up to the 30-yard line.
And we have a Lone Peak player down.
Number 48, Dylan Thorpe.
Dylan Thorpe is on the ground. He's being attended to by the trainers. We'll go ahead and step aside. Back after this. Welcome back to Lone Peak Football on the Rewind Sports Network. The player was helped off the field. He had to limp a little bit, but don't want to speculate. Hope he's okay. As Dennis Tuaone is in, play action. He'll fire to the outside. He's got still Richards at the 35, and down at about the 38-yard line is still Richards on first down.
That's a big throw by the young man, right? Drops back. He's got the long side hitch route, hits him right on a dime, and Steele Richards does a great job fighting for those last few yards. Great first down play.
Tuaone, he's got time, and he overthrows his wide receiver. He came back a little bit too much. That was number 25. That is Jaden Palmer. Palmer is a sophomore.
Tavita Mwanga was on coverage there, and that ball went right over the top of the head as he's trying to track Palmer. And you looking for your pass ball call. If his eyes could have flipped around, that thing was right over the top of him.
Now 3rd and 3. Big third down as the option pitch to Hopewate, but there is a flag on the play. Holding?
It's either holding or it looked like it might have been an illegal shift.
There's a penalty flag down on the play.
It looks like our head referee's mic is working, so we'll get the call here. His mic wasn't working the entire first half. And looks like he's putting the flag away. No? Maybe?
There's a lot of hand signals going on down there, but nothing that's actually telling us what's going on.
Yeah, we need to, let's figure this out.
Little mimery. Is that what that's called? Mimery?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's them thinking that they're in like an imaginary box.
Yeah.
Or invisible box.
Illegal procedure on the offense.
Yeah. You're right.
3-man were not set for a second. 5-yard
You ever been a ref?
No.
Replay 3rd down.
Don't want
Actually, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In the league?
No, I did baseball. I umpired.
Oh.
And then I did basketball.
Yeah, I did that too. Basketball.
I had a former Ute great yell at me once when I was reffing basketball in college.
You gonna tell me on the air or off the air?
Definitely off the air. Yeah.
He yelled at you in a little
It was an AAU Little League game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's Tuaone. He's going to run. He's got a little bit of space, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. He's tackled. And, he looks like he's hurt.
Quarterback scramble.
But he's getting up. He's like, I'm just going to suck it up, keep playing. As he limps back to the huddle.
We haven't called Kingston Stroshine's name very much tonight, but he tracked down Tuaone there and brought him down hard. Stroshine is going to be a very, very, very good player over the next 4 years.
Yeah, he's only a freshman.
Yeah, holy cow.
And Tuaone's coming out. That means Cole Ingerman's going to come in, the senior. Orem transferred.
Quick update. American Fork pulls off the upset of West as well.
That's big. West coming into the rankings, number 5 in the state. And there was a miscommunication on the handoff. He thought he was going to his right. Running back thought he was going to the left. And they both get tackled.
Yeah, that's they were flying into the backfield. That looked like it was number 22, Cooper Stosic, the senior linebacker. Just comes flying through, and there was no chance for Hopewate to get anywhere on that one.
By the way, we are able to confirm these lids for Lone Peak Rolled them out this year.
Yeah, I mean, they look
First game that they're also playing.
brand spanking new.
And that one is caught by Still Richards to the 35-yard line. And they're going to mark him at the 37.
Number 11, Steele Richards.
So a gain of 1.
Yeah, Steele Richards has been targeted 11 times today. I mean, you can tell that is a comfort place. He's like, hey, who's my guy, Steele Richards? One thing I want to speak to, though, like, there's a lot of underclassmen on this Timpview team.
There is.
Right? Steele Richards is a junior. Obviously, Tuone is a sophomore. You've got Taylor Hopoate, who's a junior. And, you know, you just kind of keep going through this roster. Jaden Palmer, who we've called, he's a sophomore. You know, it just kind of keeps going down the list. Like, you've got a lot of underclassmen. Ta'ani Tua, he's a sophomore as well. Like, they're going to be able to build with this team as they continue to age and get older and older.
They've also got a guy who is in the 2027 class. He's the number 2 ranked player in the state.
Yeah.
As an interior offensive lineman. He's getting offers from Auburn, Utah, BYU, Arizona. He's getting offers everywhere.
Yeah, it's Ian Alos. I'm going to...
Aloiso, I think?
Yep, Aloiso. And, you know, he's been really, really good tonight as well in his pass pro. And he's a young player, right? Like, you're looking at him as well. Like you said, 2027. He's a junior this year. So they're going to have him for another year as well.
I know it's not the days of Britton Covey, but Timpview football is just going through some growing pains, especially with the new coaching staff. And that's the end of the quarter. We will take a break, be back with the final 12 minutes after this here on KSLSports.com and the Rewind Sports Network.
I'm Austin Strong, CEO of Tab Bank. As a former high school athlete in the state of Utah, I recognize how big of a role high school sports can play in developing student athletes' lives, even outside of the sports they play. For me, high school sports taught me how to work as a team, how to lead through adversity, how to share success, and how to face all challenges. While I didn't become a professional athlete, it was these skills that gave me a head start in life after my high school career was over. That's why Tab Bank is proud to sponsor KSL Sports Rewind's mission to highlight and promote student athletes and the communities in which they play. As a proud Bonneville Laker, I know the importance of the role a community plays in the success of a team, and I wanted to create a banking environment that gave our customers that Friday Night Lights feeling of community and togetherness. Our goal is to provide you a premium banking experience that will help aid you to accomplish any goal that you have in your life. We believe that whether you are a heavy favorite or the battle-tested underdog, Tab Bank can provide you a winning game plan for any of your financial needs.
Back to Lone Peak Football on the Rewind Sports Network, brought to you by Johnston Law. It starts up front with a winning team. Johnston Law has been helping businesses succeed at every stage for over 15 years. Call or text today at 801-980-5300 and mention Lone Peak wins. Trevor Allen, Braden Peterson, and Josh Dodge here with you. And it's been all Lone Peak here in the second half. And really, it was a close game up until about midway point of the second quarter.
Yeah. No, Timpview did a great job defensively, kind of holding tight on Lone Peak. The offense really has struggled to get anything going and keep them in this. And then, frankly, Cruz Christensen came into the football game, and Lone Peak's offense exploded. Like, they've played really, really well since he has stepped into the game.
We do have stats tonight. So just to kind of let you know how big of a difference it is. Total yards, 333 for Lone Peak, 80 for Timpview. But if you look at the play, how many total plays? 46 total plays for Lone Peak, 43 for Timpview.
Yeah, it's not shocking as you watch this. Like, the offenses have really been two different stories the whole game, and the stats show that exactly.
And really, things changed as soon as Cruz Christensen came in. And Wilkerson, the intended receiver, and that's an incomplete pass, and there's a flag on the play.
Ball's incomplete. There is a penalty
More
flag
laundry,
down on the play.
which that'll be penalty number 17.
Defense. 15-yard
They call it pass interference on that.
Yeah. No, and, Wilkerson was screaming down the sideline there, and, they catch Afu there, with a little bit of grabbing as he comes down the sideline, and a little bit of inevitability there. I'm going to have to find out who his dad is, because I have played with some Afus in my day. And that would make me feel really old.
I know there's a Prince Afu who plays, who's a running back at American Fork right now. And here's Tua One. Oh, and he runs right into a rush. Right there, that was number 15, Orona Kaili, on that tackle.
Yeah. Tua One's been really good managing the pocket all day, but he steps up there. He had somebody pop in his face. He tries to take it down the line of scrimmage, and just gets swallowed up by Kaili.
Now Tua One. Pump fakes. Now he rolls out to his right. He's being chased. Now he's just going to keep it. As he'll get to the 45. Cut back to the outside. He's tripped up and almost was able to get past it as he gets to the 42-yard line. Almost broke away there for potentially a touchdown.
And it's Grimmer. Who else would it be? Grimmer just saves it for Lone Peak's defense there. Tua One showing off the speed, one hand in the ball, running all over the place, and then all of a sudden Grimmer just throws out for the shoestring tackle right there.
Now going under center. He'll hand off to Hopewate.
Run the counter play there. And just a little late, a little early probably, and a little late on the play. And just a great tackle. We're going to get a fourth down here.
4th and 1 for Timpview.
4th and 1. They're obviously going to go for it, as they were looking like they were going to go in the pistol, but now they're sending a man in the slot. He'll hand off to Hopewate. Does he get there?
It's going to be really close.
Really close.
Lone Peak's coaches are jumping, saying no. Grimmer's absolutely positive that he stopped him short.
We'll see where they mark him.
Handoff up the middle goes for no gain. It'll be a turnover on
Turnover on downs. It'll be back to Lone Peak. Great play there by Grimmer.
Still waiting to hear that the officials have not made a call yet. The PA guy was just a little early. They're wanting to measure, it looks like.
And they will measure. While they're measuring, I will tell you that Lone Peak football is brought to you by Safe Streets. Enjoy the game with peace of mind. Your home is protected 24/7 with Safe Streets Smart Security, serving 46 states with the country's top 5-star rating, 150,000 5-star reviews in 3 years. Want home automation? Leave it to the nation's best. Safe Streets. Visit safestreets.com as they bring out the chains, the chain gang. And we'll see where they mark it. We'll see where it is. All right, Josh Dodge, work your magic. Get up in there. And not even close. Not even close.
Yeah.
I was thinking it might be like a hair and a half.
Yeah, we're a full yard short there.
And
Josh Dodge doing everything he can for us here to get the best views possible. I got to give a quick shout out to my first O-line coach in college, Coach Ty Hyatt down at Cedar, as they just pulled off the win over Dixie High School tonight.
Which is big because
shout out, Coach.
Cedar just moved down to 3A in football, and they were kind of like the.
I want to say they've started 3-0 on the season.
They have. I believe they have, if not 2-1. And that is a great run right there, but stopped in his tracks there is Ledger Holmes, I believe. Yep, he was the one on that jet sweep.
So I think it's safe to say Ledger Holmes likes contact. What do you think, Trevor?
I think he does.
Yeah.
It's safe to say.
He turned up into that and just rushed hard right through as many guys as he could, and he got 3-4 yards.
can we also give another shout-out?
Yeah.
To your guy.
I do got to give him a shout.
Jake Hardcastle, the head coach of the Cypress Pirates. I called their season opener a couple weeks ago, was able to catch up with Jake. They picked up a win over Tooele tonight.
Huge win. He's got them at 2-1 to start the season. Wins over Clearfield, right?
And Tooele.
And then Tooele. Hardcastle's my guy. That's one of my first teammates at Dixie State, now Utah Tech.
Yep.
And just one of the all-out best dudes you can find. Cypress is lucky to have Hardcastle out there. He just understands the game, and he loves his guys. Loves his guys.
Any other shout-outs you want to give here on as we hit third down?
Let me think through it. I'll think of somebody else. I'm sure of it.
Your Alta Hawks also getting a win over West.
I mean, I am always proud of my Alta Hawks. They look great this year.
Now 4 seconds on the play clock. Kepa, he'll throw. He's got Woolley down at the 40-yard line. Great little pitch and catch there for Kepa Niabe-Tolu.
What a ball by Kepa. They run the RPO, and you're seeing, again, we talked about this earlier. Like, this is great for him to be able to kind of get back in the flow of things, build some confidence in himself again, get some reps with his guys. But golly, he has a great arm and throws a good ball.
That he does. So Kepa getting the reps here in the fourth quarter. He'll hand off to Fanua. Isaac, he'll cut up, and he'll get down to the 35-yard line for a gain of about 5 here on first down.
I mean, we just keep going to their run game. You've got Sean Tahi, 9 for 81. You got Tate Barney, 4 for 28. Isaac Fanua, 8 for 26 and a touchdown. Kepa, 4 for 15 and a touchdown. I mean, every guy is averaging over 3 yards a carry for this Lone Peak offense. Sorry, guys, lost my voice there for a second.
It's all good. Kepa with Fanua to his right. Play action. And it's caught at the 15-yard line, I would say 16-yard line. And trying to get the number on that. That's number 18, Isaiah Hafoka.
Yeah, great pass pro from the Lone Peak offensive line there, and Kepa's able to deliver a strike right down to his receiver there.
And that'll bring up first down at the 16-yard line. In the red zone now is Lone Peak. And on the read option, they're going to give it to Tate Barney. He's going to bulldoze his way down to the 5-yard line. And Tate Barney just picking up where he left off.
Yeah, great run. They've gone to this, from what it looks like up here, they've gone to this power read game here with Kepa in the game. And it's a huge advantage for them because they can get, almost called him Mini Scatterby, they get Tate Barney just cruising across, and they've just got a dual option there with Kepa as well.
So first and goal for Kepa. On the read option, he's going to keep it, and he'll get down to the 5. And he'll gain, it looks like no gain. But something I want to point out on our stats, yards per play, 7.6 yards per play for Lone Peak, 1.9 for Timpview. And yards per completion, passing, 18.3 for Lone Peak. That's a very effective offense.
Yeah, Lone Peak's offense has gotten...
And then also 6 yards per carry on the ground.
Yeah.
Which you end up saying 4 is kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah.
But if you can get 6...
As an O-line coach, 6 yards a carry is like a dream. You're like, hey, feed them. Just let my guys go to work.
Now they're in the I formation is Kepa. Now he'll roll out, he'll look. He's got Tate Barney into the end zone for a touchdown. Tate Barney's second time finding pay dirt on the night.
Great play by Kepa there. They go to the play action. They let him boot out a little bit, and he was quick to his decision. He had Tate Barney just screaming right along the edge of the goal line there, hits him right in stride, and he's able to turn that right up into the end zone. Great play by the Lone Peak Knights. Now, you did ask me if I had one more shout-out, and I do.
Okay.
My final one, Copper Hills over Hunter today, 43-14.
Okay.
They got a new head coach over there, Darius Matthews, one of my old teammates as well down at Dixie State, now Utah Tech. And another phenomenal football coach. He's been at Mountain Ridge for a couple years, getting the chance to run a program. Copper Hills can be a sleeping giant. You get a guy like Coach Matthews in, that's just another place where you get your kids and you can home grow it. He's got a great potential to really build that program. He's a phenomenal coach. They're lucky to have him as well.
We'll take a break. Be back after this here on the Rewind Sports Network.
RC Willie.
Welcome back
Robert J. DeBrey, Utah's
to Timpview High School for Lone Peak Football, brought to you by G2G Protein Bar. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. When you eat one, you'll know.
University of Utah.
Let me tell you, they are good too. I hate that you have to look at me like that. Like, you're going to comment about these? Like, yeah, absolutely I am. They're delicious.
I just wasn't sure if you've ever tried.
They're so good. My favorite one is like the oatmeal cookie. Oh my gosh, it's like oatmeal raisin.
Look, dude, you can't be talking about food, like going in depth when I'm hungry.
I'm sorry.
You can't do that in like fourth quarter of games. You got to learn that about me.
Well,
if we're going to be doing games together, you can't be doing that. Because I get hungry when we get in the fourth quarter.
Can we get somebody to like sponsor it and give us food?
Well, you work on that, man. You're the one that has peeps.
I don't think anybody wants to give me free food because they know I'll pay for my food.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Also brought to you by doTERRA. They are a proud sponsor of Lone Peak Football. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. As looks like Tua One is back in, yep. And goes to Wilkerson on the jet sweep. And really going nowhere.
Yeah, Lone Peak does a great job at kind of filling each of the lanes that Timpview is trying to find there. You know, as you run those jet sweeps, those outside zones, the whole goal, right, is to stretch the defense just enough to find a run fit that opens up, right? And they did a great job at just continuing to push Wilkerson to the sideline. There was really never anywhere for him to go.
Our game also brought to you by Tiny Hero, a Utah nonprofit giving families hope and help when their baby is born with CDH. They provide support, grants, and a community standing with them every step of the way. Visit tinyhero.org to learn more. And by Stroformance is a science-based speed and performance training system using state-of-the-art technology and data to train thousands of athletes, and is a proud sponsor of Lone Peak Football. Good, I'm done. And here comes Tua One. Oh my gosh, he's breaking free. And he gets to the 45-yard line.
Dennis Tua One, he's out to the 46-yard line.
He is really, really fast.
Yes, he is.
When he breaks the pocket, he gets north-south really fast. I got to say, I've been really impressed with Tua One. There's a lot to clean up for this Timpview team, but he's got a lot of potential.
He rolls out to One, throwing deep as he gets hit, and he's got his receiver. It's caught down at the 15. That's number 12, Taylor Hopewate. Yeah, there's a flag out, and I think it might be helmet to helmet.
It's going to be that or roughing the passer. Dennis Tua One, they get him out on the run to the right. He avoids the tackler. He just settles in.
Foul, roughing the quarterback, number 13.
He settles in, just lets it rip downfield to Taylor Hopewate, and then gets annihilated right through the back right after the ball gets released, and puts it right on his guy, hops right back up. Potential is sky high for that young man. So impressive.
And, you know, it's still good reps. I know like the game's out of reach, and, you know, the Knights probably have some of their 2s and 3s in, but this is good confidence for him, as now Tua gets into the end zone. Touchdown for Timpview. That is Ta'ani Tua.
Yeah, that was a nice steady dose of Ta'ani Tua. and Dennis Tuolone just run, deep pass, run. I mean, as an O-line guy, that's that's the dream right there. Couple runs, rushing touchdown, pad the O-line stats, nice big pass, makes the drive quick. I enjoyed those in college and in high school.
A quick drive there for Timpview as Luke Thornock gets the PAT to go. And we'll go ahead and step aside back after this with 3:08 to go here in the fourth quarter.
At Skin Science Institute, we offer top-tier educational experience in aesthetics, including the finest facility, the most comprehensive curriculum, and a team of highly experienced professionals. We take pride in our fun and exciting culture to give our students a positive learning environment while training on the best machinery the industry has to offer. We ensure our graduates not only receive the best education, but also step into their careers with confidence thanks to our robust job placement support. Start your journey as an esthetician today. Our monthly start dates and financial aid opportunities make it easy to jump in. Visit our website at www.skinscienceinstitute.com to schedule a tour and enroll now.
Michigan?
That's kind of like Kirk Herbstreit's kid who's playing at Michigan.
And here's the kickoff after a touchdown by Timpview. Brings the score to 42-10. So looking ahead now, coming up next for Lone Peak, they head down to Las Vegas to take on one of the top teams in the entire country in Bishop Gorman.
Yeah, so Bishop Gorman, they're good. They're deep and they're good. And they consistently have great offensive and defensive line play. They are just littered with phenomenal athletes. It's going to be a great test for this Lone Peak team. The good thing that Lone Peak has for them, they got a stable of backs. They got two great wide receivers. They got two really good quarterbacks, and they got a good offensive line. Like, those things all bode well. Their defense is also really, really physical.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, though, going down there, you want to compete, you obviously want to win, but you want to come out healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Those are the three things that I think.
Because then you have a gauntlet that is Region 3.
Yes, exactly. Because you're going to come back to your own state, which, I'm biased, but I think Utah football is better as a whole than Nevada football, and I really don't think it's that much of a hot take. And part of that reason is because Region 3 is just absolutely loaded.
So coming up next for Lone Peak is at Bishop Gorman, as I mentioned. Game Night Live will be actually down there. Our game of the week.
There we go.
We'll be down at Bishop Gorman. So having some support from Utah heading down there. And then they will come back and face Farmington, who's a solid team. And then at home against Corner Canyon. And then it begins. And then they will go at American Fork, at Sky Ridge before rounding out home against Lehigh and at Bingham. That is a schedule.
It is a brutal schedule. Anybody in Region 3 has a brutal schedule, frankly.
They really do. As we do have a change at quarterback again, as now the backups are in for Lone Peak. Number 85. Now that's a quarterback number right there.
It's kind of a Bear Bachmeyer situation, right? I
don't have an 85 on here.
And I don't either.
First down for Lone Peak.
All right. Well, we'll just say QB 85.
Yep.
50 seconds left on the clock.
It's the good days from NCAA when there was no names with it. Just QB 7, QB 10.
Yeah, all they're going to do is just take a knee. Coming up next for Timpview, they will host Payson as they open up region play against Payson and Wasatch. So a lot to build on. I know it's not the result. I know it's not the record you want for Timpview, but the future's looking bright. You had a really tough first three games against three of the top teams in the state.
Yeah. No, I think if you're Timpview, right, you come out of this one and your defense was really solid for a good stack of the game. Your D-line was really, really good. Your offense, that's going to be the key. You got to find some consistency and something where you can score consistent points. Your defense is good. It'll keep you in a lot of games, but you got to support them, right? And that's where Timpview just kind of eventually they couldn't keep up, right? Their defense couldn't hold on anymore. The offense couldn't keep up, and this ended up just kind of blowing out and blowing away.
All right, Braden, let's get your player of the game.
Player of the game.
There's a couple options.
There is a couple options. Defensively, let me start there.
Okay.
So defensively, I am going with Tony Grimmer, who was just all over the field.
Yes.
All over the field. Offensively, the guy who flipped the whole game was Cruz Christensen. He came in, the game changed completely. But my player of the game is going to go to Sean Tahi. He was just so consistent. Consistently finding, lane after lane after lane. He was just go-to the whole time. So I'm going to go Tony Grimmer and Sean Tahi.
And I would say an honorable mention to Tate Barney.
Yeah. Tate Barney really found the end zone a few times. And he was really, really good as well.
All right, well, that'll do it for us. Want to thank our sponsors. Want to thank you for watching. For Josh Dodge on the camera. For Braden Peterson, I'm Trevor Allen. Once again, final score, Lone Peak, 42-10. And you watch it all right here on the Rewind Sports Network. Good night.